All right, hello everybody.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight? I am Tony, your host. Welcome to MegaSota Game Night, and with me, my beautiful bride, Nikki. How you doing tonight?
Great. How are you?
Good. Boy, do we have an exciting night planned for you tonight.
Yes.
What do we got going on?
All right. We're going to be doing a live broadcast tonight from
the Winter Carnival.
Yeah, the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So that's super awesome. In our schedule tonight, we're going to start out at 6:20 with MyBar.tv trivia. At 6:40 will be Easy Money. 7 will be Winter Wonderland. 7:20 is going to be the 58-ball coverall, and we have a jackpot starting at over $1,000. 7:40 will be Pride of Minnesota, and that's going to be our high-low game. 8 p.m. is our 56-ball coverall, and we have a ginormous jackpot of over $28,000. Yeah. And then at 8:25, we'll be playing Wipeout, Blackout, Bingo, and that's a 55-ball coverall, and we will be starting at $2,500.
You guys loved it so much last week that we had to bring it back. It was so much fun debuting that last week.
It was a lot of fun.
And so, we're going to watch a video about the Winter Carnival. And then we are going to cut to a live broadcast from the Winter Carnival, and we'll have trivia coming up here. So many exciting things happening. I can't wait to see it all. Too much to talk about.
It's a lot.
All right, we'll get right to the video. Yeah, it's all great stuff. And we will see you throughout the night. Good luck, everybody, tonight, and enjoy all the festivities.
Our charity is the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation. We are the proud producers of the St. Paul Winter Carnival and Cinco de Mayo West Side. Our charity has been in existence since 1886. This is our 133rd year, and it was started way back then by James J. Hill and some of the other founding fathers of St. Paul in response to a report from a New York Times reporter who went back to New York and wrote that St. Paul was another Siberia unfit for human habitation in the winter. And they said, "You want to bet?" And they started the Winter Carnival.
The Winter Carnival is all about celebrating winter, so what a great opportunity to get your family outside, bundle up the kids, be a part of the parade. All of the parades are amazing. I can't believe the number of people that come out and line the streets in St. Paul to be a part of that. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
We have a ton of things going on. It starts on January 25th with our Moonglow Parade. This year we have an ice palace, so the Moonglow Parade is going to be led by our union laborers who are building the ice palace. And then we also have music in the park throughout the entire 17-day festival. So we've got Family Fun Night, we've got Cinco de Mayo night, we have Kids Day, we have Family Day, we have an education program, so we bring in, a couple hundred students from here in St. Paul and teach them about the St. Paul Winter Carnival. We have a Ladies' Day this year, so those ladies who don't want to watch the Super Bowl can come and play purse bingo and do all kinds of other things. And just a ton of events. I mean, you name it, we got it. It's like the best thing ever.
Well, the legend goes back to the 7 hills of St. Paul, formed a perfect spot for Boreas, the king of ice and snow, to have winter year-round and enjoy a playground of winter. And not everybody agreed with that, so Volcanus Rex and his crew said that we're going to dethrone King Boreas and bring spring and summer back to Minnesota. And that's how the Vulcan Boreas tradition came about, where the Vulcans are mystery men, and today they still ride around in an outside fire truck, a 1927 Laverne. You never know where they're going to show up and when they're going to show up. And it's all to encourage people to have fun and to join in the spirit of the carnival.
In 2010, I applied to become a Vulcan and was chosen as Grand Duke Fertilius. That first year being a Vulcan, when all of a sudden you're thrown into a room with 8 guys that you don't know, and you're literally staying together for 10 days, and you're up at 5 in the morning, and you're on an ice cold fire truck at 10 below, and you're going down the road, and those are the memories that you just never forget. It's the bonding that you have with your crew, and that's, I think, the thing that I love about Carnival the most. You just don't forget your family or your Vulcan crew.
I was a Vulcan in 1984, and I've been involved ever since in one role or another. Exciting times for me were when you visit schools and nursing homes and hospitals to see the cheer you bring.
I started with the Winter Carnival in 2005. My husband was the Prince of the Southwind for the Winter Carnival Royal Family. I joined the board that year and have been on the board for the most part ever since. And the best part about being involved in the Winter Carnival is just seeing the smiles on people's faces in the dead of winter when there's not a lot to do. Seeing them come out and enjoy it, and just seeing those smiles is the best reward you can have for being involved.
The royal family, which is Ice and Snow, and the Vulcans, they're all on their own dime. They all pay their own way. They don't get supported by anyone unless they get a sponsor. And that's rare on the Vulcan side. It's more common, I think, on the royal family, where they may have a sponsor to assist in some of the expenses, and it can get very spendy.
And I think in addition to the money that they spend on it, these people are dedicating a year of their life to do this. I mean, the royal family makes over 300 appearances every year, and these people become their family. I look back at our 2005, and that royal family is, they're some of our best friends. And not only that, but their love of Winter Carnival and the city of St. Paul and the community that's why these people get involved. It's people who love and love their communities and want to give back. That's why they do it. So the first Ice Palace was built in 1886. And the one that we're working on right now is the 36th Ice Palace that's been built. Typically, we build an Ice Palace when there's something big going on in town. So, obviously this year we have the Super Bowl. So 2004's Ice Palace coincided with the NHL All-Star Game. Before that, it was another Super Bowl in 1992. So typically try to align it with something that's going to be really big that's going on in town, because it takes a lot of money and a lot of work to put together an Ice Palace.
Charitable gambling is important to the organization. It provides $40,000 to $45,000 a year to conduct our activities, especially during the off months.
We originally signed up for pull tabs with the Heritage Foundation, and then when they came out with the electronic, that's where I became very excited. I thought that was mini Vegas right here in my bar, because you're playing some pretty fun games. And it's such a no-brainer. First of all, it's pretty simple. You have a bartender that takes money, puts it in what they want to play, and then they play. It's good for the customer. I mean, it's entertainment, and I've paid out a lot of big winners. It's whether you're pulling a paper tab or you're doing electronic, there's an opportunity there for them to make money. There is financial benefit to the restaurant/bar for doing it. And you guys do a phenomenal job with making sure my games are up to date, making sure my equipment is right. Why you wouldn't do it makes no sense. It goes to a good cause. For me, it was just there was a no-brainer going with the St. Paul Heritage Festival Foundation, because I know where their money's gonna go. I know that it's going back for a great cause. I use the money that I receive from rent in order to provide sponsorships. Last year I sponsored one of the Queen of the Snow candidates. The year before that I sponsored one of the junior royalty. Every year I use that money that I make that goes back to the community that they help us, and I want us to help them. And it's really turned out really, really a great relationship.
So one of the ways that you can get involved from a financial perspective is, you can certainly buy a block. They start at $25. They go on up from there, and you can do that by going to wintercarnival.com. This is a People's Palace, so we encourage you to be a part of this long-standing tradition of the city of St. Paul and donate to the Ice Palace by buying a block. We certainly thank Pilot Games for their generous donation in buying a block, and you have an opportunity to do it as well. And in addition to that, you can certainly volunteer. We're always looking.
After you, go ahead.
Got it. I'm going to put my hand here so I don't fall.
Here we are.
Wow.
Thank you. Well, guys, here we are, Rice Park, St. Paul, Minnesota, and we're with the Vulcans, right? And we're ready for Winter Carnival 2018. and MegaSota game night tonight. So we're going to go sit down in this beautiful setting and this beautiful night with these great crew of guys. So come on, guys, let's go. Let's see.
Wow. How about we let them go?
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys come on in.
I don't think I've ever made an entrance like that
No, that's
before.
a grand,
Wow.
that's quite an entrance. So are we ready, Ronnie? Are we on? Good. So have you guys ever seen an entrance like that before, Tony? I mean, come on.
No, we haven't. No, that is absolutely amazing.
Have you ever seen anything like that before in your life?
No, that
So
was
here
great.
we are, Vulcans, and we're with Volcanus Rex, who's the top dog around these parts, and he's gonna introduce everybody for us, if you don't mind.
That'd be
We
fine.
have the big crew right here. Everybody's here.
I am Volcanus Rex, the true king of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, the victorious king, the one who brings you summer, something we've all been waiting and wanting for a long time. Behind me is my mighty crew, the crew that makes it true in St. Paul. Here we have the Duke of Clinker. He is the longest running member of the crew. Here we have Flamius. He's our general. He sets up everything to make sure that we defeat Boreas well. Behind him is the Prince of Soot. Prince of Soot is the oldest member of the crew, and he is the one that keeps our memories alive. Our driver is Count of Ashes from 2016.
Hell yeah.
And we have Sparky. He is just Sparky. Sparky is Sparky. We have Embrius. Embrius is better known as Evie, the youngest member of the crew. Then we have Fertilius. Fertilius is the member that has the most children. We have a Count of Ashes for this year, who is the swinger of the crew.
And we have John and Jennifer right here. So
John and Jennifer.
Yeah. So Volk, tell us a little bit about what you guys do all year round. We know you have an important role for Winter Carnival and getting rid of all this cold weather and snow. But what do you do all year round?
All year round. Well, following Carnival, we travel internationally. We go up to different festivals. Immediately following Winter Carnival, we'll go up to Canada and participate in the Winnipeg Voyageur Days, and we celebrate with them their festival. Following that, there's St. Patrick's Day, and then following that, we go down to Florida and participate in their festival. Then we participate in, how many parades were you guys in? 150, 200 parades?
At least.
200 parades throughout the summer season, bringing in the warmth of good old St. Paul.
Yep.
And then come fall, there's a festival in La Crosse, one of the 10 largest Oktoberfests in the United States. And they go down there and participate in Oktoberfest. And then we begin to prepare for the coming of Boreas in November, when we know winter's coming and we're saying, no, we're not going to have you do that.
So how does one become Volcanus Rex?
It's incredibly
elected
difficult.
or-
Incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
One of these guys here, they're Vulcans. I was a Vulcan. And you have to be a Vulcan in order to become Volcanus Rex. And at some point you're asked, would you be interested in being Volcanus Rex? We have what's called the Council of Fire Kings, and the Council of Fire Kings then in turn decide who they want to represent them as Volcanus Rex. It's a great honor.
No, I mean it absolutely is. And when you meet your crew, do you kind of choose who's going to be, Fertilius or Clinker, or what's that process?
Well, we look at each application. We get literally dozens of individuals who want to become Vulcans. From that, we whittle it down to maybe 24 individuals that we do background checks on, and from there we whittle it down to maybe 12 individuals we end up interviewing. With that, we have in the back of our mind people that will fit the character, and so we look at that, and from there then Volcanus Rex decides who's going to be what character. And they may not know they don't know what their character is when they come in and get picked up right before Carnival, but they begin to fit and mold themselves right into that character. And by the end of the year, each of you are your character, right?
Oh, yes.
They wouldn't want to be anything else.
No.
How do you tell them that they've made it in?
They go through an interview process. Following the interview process, the Council of Fire Kings calls them up and says, congratulations.
Okay.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it sounds like it's a big time commitment for all you guys, right? I mean,
yes.
Winnipeg, Florida, I mean, you're all over the place. I've
Busy.
seen you in St. Paul driving down, Summit, being crazy on the fire truck. You're doing, local parades, national parades. It's a big time commitment.
It is a time commitment and financial commitment. So it's not for the weary.
Right.
It's for the warriors, as I said.
Yes.
And these guys have proven themselves well this year.
So I understand Clinker does not sleep at all.
No, never goes to sleep.
Never goes to sleep.
Why is that, Clinker? How can you do that?
That's how you broke your arm. Lots of coffee.
I'm sure there's a story behind that broken arm.
I'm sure there is. And so this year's Winter Festival, Winter Carnival, what are you guys looking forward? What's your favorite part of the Winter Carnival?
Overthrow.
Our victory.
Yeah, the overthrow. I mean, keep in mind, the Winter Carnival itself is always, it falls right on Midwinter's Day.
Okay.
Midwinter's Day is the first part of February, which is Groundhog's Day. So this is St. Paul's Groundhog Festival, where we say goodbye to winter and we usher in spring. We have a legend that's over 130 years old. It's one of the few legends of the United States that has two kings, and it's the battle between winter and summer, and summer. And into the story, King Boreas wants to keep St. Paul winter forever.
Okay.
And Volcanus Rex says, that's not going to happen.
We're with you on that. We are.
I see you wearing red and black, got the perfect colors on.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that tells Boreas, no, we don't mind a little bit of a festival. We're standing in front of a big ice palace, and as Vulcans, we can say, hey, that's fun, but we hope it melts.
Right.
That's the reality. I don't want that to be there forever.
Right.
Boreas does. And so we really are the heroes. Boreas tries to make us out as the villain, but we're the heroes. We bring the fun back to St. Paul, and we tell the story of St. Paul spreading good cheer.
Now, and about spreading good cheer, been down on 7th Street and West 7th and been to you at the parades, and Jen got vulcanized, and tell us a little bit about that. Is that something you guys always do? Is that part of your tradition, or?
Well, the Vulcan mark with the V, is that what happened? You got smudged?
I call it vulcanized.
Okay, it's the mark of the Vulcans, and what that does is throughout Carnival, nobody right now has the mark of the V. Okay. And so Boreas thinks he's safe, and so he builds an ice palace. Throughout the week, or the next 17 days, what happens is that more and more people are saying, I don't think I want winter forever.
Right.
Mark me with the V. So we start marking people, and Boreas begins to look around and say, more and more people are against me. And it's basically a coup d'etat. It's an overthrow. And
that
when
everybody participates.
That everyone does. And by the end of the carnival, on the overthrow, we try to mark every single person so that this park will be filled with people who have the V on their cheek. And when Boreas looks out, he's saying, I think I'm in trouble. And the queen says, I think we better leave.
Better get out.
And out of good counsel, they leave town. We usher in spring. We announce spring is on its way. Everybody cheers. And we relive.
Well, I'll tell you what, after a foot of snow yesterday, we're so glad you guys are here. We're looking forward to the overthrow of winter. And Tony and Nikki, I bet you guys are jealous. You're not here in Rice Park with these great guys. And we're gonna talk a little bit more with them a little bit later on about the snow park. And you guys can tell us a little bit about some of the activities you guys have going on for families. And I think we're about ready to wrap it up here from Rice Park and the, for now, frigid north. It's John and Jen, the Vulcans. We're signing off.
All right, great. You guys look great out there. All right.
All right.
Here we go. Wow, that is awesome.
So cool.
And yeah, it's so cool to see everybody out there.
It was really awesome.
We've got a few things going on here. Let's mute them. We don't need to hear from them anymore. And how's everybody doing? We are back from live out there at the Winter Carnival.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
great.
like I just learned a lot of
Yeah,
things.
there's
It was
so much
really
information
cool.
out there. And speaking of information, you are going to want to have some information here for trivia tonight, mybar.tv trivia. If you go to mybar.tv and hit the play now button, you should be able to see a scene that looks a lot like this.
Yep, and you just want to log in straight from your phone.
Yep, log in from your phone, go to mybar.tv, and we just make a quick change. There we go. And there we go. You'll see a screen that looks like that. And I'm going to go ahead and log myself in. Tony. And we are missing some music, aren't we?
Yeah, we need our
Let's see here.
trivia music.
Where are we at? There we go. There we go. There's some trivia music. That is
Yeah.
the right kind of trivia music if I've ever seen it. All right. Let's see. Give everybody a few seconds to get all logged in, and then we will start this game. Tristan, we got to turn you on. You back there, Tristan?
Yeah.
He's at the beach.
Hello.
He's back. Yeah, you are at the
Yes.
beach.
Yeah.
We have a lot of themes going on tonight. We've got
That's
the
awesome.
Winter Carnival. Tristan's at the beach. The games have a snow theme to them, and we'll get to Wipeout. We got this tropical music from the brand new Going Bananas game.
Well, there's like reality. It's cold and snowy.
Yeah.
And then our minds and our hearts are at the beach.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, I think we'll get this thing going because we need to go back to the live remote
All right,
in
well,
about
let's do
9
this.
minutes. So let's get it going. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I am too. Let us start the game. All right, 10-second countdown. Here we go. And the questions are coming up. Here we go.
All right.
What is a person who poses for a painter called? Chris is in there, 695. All right. We're getting that right. Lots of people getting that one right there.
Yeah.
Everybody getting
All
it right. Oh, there you go. Yes, we have emotions. If you click on that little halo guy up in the top, you can get a selection of things to send across the screen there. Here we go. All right. Yes, sculpture is a thing. Prototype is a thing. A target is something you shoot at. Yes, model is the right one. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Next question. Here we go. Optical illusions are meant to fool what? Your eyes, your feet, your mom, or your tongue? Chris in there right away.
Okay. To be fair, they can fool your mom though.
Right?
I don't know. I think, oh, we got an angry. Somebody not too happy with that one. I think optical is eyes. That is the key there. Optical is eyes. Oh, someone's throwing up rainbows.
That's me.
I don't know what emotion
I'm
that
just
means.
a big fan of that.
All right, let's see. I don't think I had anything to say about that one. Some of these are a little bit too easy. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Let's do the next one. Question 3. We got 10 questions. The faster you answer, the more points you get at the end. Whoever has the highest amount of points is going to be determined the champion. And let's see who's fast on the draw for question 3. What does the term P2P refer to? Pay to peer, page to peer, peer to peer, or page to page?
See, everyone that's watching right now can't see Mason. He's off like lounging around and drinking a martini. But he just got the wrong answer.
Only 42% of you got that right. It is peer to peer.
I got that.
You got it right. Oh, good for you. Remember?
So everyone knows.
Yeah, you got to check. It all started with Napster. Remember Napster?
Yeah.
I remember Napster.
Lots of great songs on Napster. The guy had the red hat. Really popular in 1999. All right. Now let's go to the next one. Are these going to get harder? What? Question 4. These have been really easy, except only 42% got it right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Question 4. Here we go. Who granted 3 wishes to Aladdin? A fairy, a wizard, a magician, or a genie? And the answers, genie. 85% getting it right. Good job, you guys. That is absolutely correct. Aladdin is a folktale of Middle Eastern origins. It's one of the tales in the Book of 1001 Nights. It was added to the book in the 18th century and first as a play in 1788 in the UK Theatre Royal.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, Chris in first, Nikki in second place, Warren in third, Mason in fourth, Tammy in fifth place, one of our favorite players, Tammy. And here we go. Next question. Question 5. The coccyx is also known as what? The plantar bone, neck bone, tailbone, or the funny bone? Ooh, Chris in there, 3770 right away. Looks like a lot of people know what this is. Oh, maybe not. 42% getting it right. That is the tailbone. And what do I know about the tailbone? I know all kinds of things about the tailbone. Final segment of the vertebrae. It's a remnant of a lost tail. And human embryos between the age of 31 and 35 have a tail. 31 and 35 days. Not years. Yeah. 31 and 35 days.
It was a confusing statement
have
otherwise.
a tail. Number of people who have been born with tails in recorded history since 1884. Well, there's only been one. Or no. Yeah, one person since 1884 has been born with a tail. Reported. 23 known total since before the 1800s. So not too common recently. All right. What do we got? These got to get harder. Question 6. What planet has the tallest mountain? Venus, Mars, Earth, Mercury. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. That's how we go from the sun.
All right, I give up tonight.
Chris getting it. 45-37. Nikki missing it. 28% of the people. It's getting harder and harder. Olympus Mons, height of 13.6 miles. That's 72,000 Earth feet.
What planet?
Oh, on Mars.
Oh, sorry. I probably just didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Oh, Mars, yep. 72,000 Earth feet. They found it in the late 19th century.
Very cool.
All right, next question, 7 of 10 coming up. Which beer claims to have bottled beer taste in a can? Keystone, Michelob, Ice House, or Bud Ice?
I don't know.
Tammy getting in there early. Tammy
oh, no,
moving
I'm
up.
Falling.
Yep. Chris 45-37, Tammy 33-90, Nikki 30-64, Mason 27-51, Warren falling down. Bottled beer taste in a can is Keystone.
Oh.
And interestingly enough,
would it taste different if it was in a can or a bottle?
I mean,
I know beer would. But
I went to a NASCAR race with my friend Travis and Chuck. Warren knows Travis and Chuck. And we stayed in the center of the track. And I had put a case of beer on the top of the truck, Miller Lite. And then we kind of walked around and came back. And somebody had replaced it with Keystone because they liked that driver with the Keystone hat and everything. All right, question 8 coming up. What is Stillchester? A cheese, a person who stores beer, a good brand of English ale, or a type of kidney pie? 42% of you getting it right. It is indeed a cheese.
I mean, I like fancy cheeses, and I haven't heard of Stillchester.
It's a combination of 2 English cheeses, Stilton and Double Gloucester. But it's a cheap version of Huntsman cheese, which is the fancy one.
Oh. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. All right, question 9. 2 more questions, and then we'll be headed right back to the live feed. How many Supreme Court justices made up the first court? 5, 9, 3, and 11. Trick question. Who's going to get it right? Nobody.
Yeah.
Correct answer is 5. Because in the first court, they didn't have everybody seated yet. So they had positions, but not actual people there.
Ah.
Started on February 2nd, 1790 with 5 judges. A 6th member was not confirmed until May 12th, 1790.
Well, learning something new.
Yep. First case was Stapp Horse versus Maryland. It was settled before it went to court.
Oh.
They wanted their Revolutionary War money back. All right, last question. Here we go. Question 10. Anybody going to be able to beat Chris? Let's see. Tammy's got a chance. Got to be fast. Which of the following parts of the adult human body has the most bones? Rib cage, jaw, skull, or pelvis?
Hey,
Chris in there early.
Right.
5,000 points. Yes, it was the rib cage.
Oh, I just thought it was going to be another trick question.
No, rib cage has a lot of bones. In fact, humans have 24 ribs. Each side of a pig has 15 or 16 ribs, and a rack of ribs can contain anywhere from 8 to 13. It's kind of confusing because they leave some on the pig. It's depending on the pig.
All
right, that's it. We're right on schedule. Yeah. There it is. Chris in first with 5,032. Tammy, 4075. Nikki, 3347. Warren, 2446. Tristan, 1995. And that will wrap it up for our trivia there. There is our top 5. And let us get some of this going down here. We're going to take it back to live. And let me see what buttons I got to push to actually make that happen. I think we're going to go to this one. And I am going to make a quick change. And then we will be doing this. Let's see here. That looks good. And I think we're ready to go live. We're going to head back over there if that sounds good to everybody else.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about what it's like to be here in St. Paul during the wintertime?
It's fantastic. I mean, I bet that there's few places in the world that celebrate winter like St. Paul, truly. We have such a great winter celebration that's been going on 130 years, which many places can't say. So, we've built up this reputation as being one of the premier winter celebrations in really the world, and that only grows, I think, year after year. And backdrop behind us here is kind of a big kind of piece of that this year with the Ice Palace.
But that's not the only thing going on, right? I mean, like last weekend we had Red Bull Crashed Ice, and that was like, that's always I love seeing the new mayor get up there, and Mayor Coleman was always pretty good on with the skates, but the new mayor showed his chops too, didn't he?
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, he did well. I don't know if everyone knows, but Mayor Carter had been going down the track with Mayor Coleman for the last few years at least, so he's been experienced in that, and he definitely held his own this year, testing out the track. We had another great year with Red Bull Crashed Ice. Huge crowds came out to watch that event with not only the competition but the street party down on West 7th that coincides with that. So another great year that really helped kick off our winter season here, leading right before into Winter Carnival, and we're so excited about that as well.
Yeah, that's only grown, year after year, and it's such an international event, and the setting with the cathedral and the course that's set up, I don't think there's anything in the world that compares to it.
No,
I really don't.
It's really unique, and it's in my position with media relations at Visit St. Paul. I get to host and show travel writers from around the world St. Paul and encourage them to write good things about our city. And part of that, every time we stop at the cathedral, is explaining, oftentimes in the middle of summer, what this crazy event is that happens right here on the steps of the cathedral, and it's almost impossible to really describe it. You just kind of have to show them a video or show them photos to really give them an idea of what it is.
Yeah. We've been there, and we've enjoyed all the things that go on associated with the crashed ice, and it's really something. If you've never seen it, or if you've never been to it, you got to show up one year.
You got to see at least once.
You got to see it to believe it. It's really amazing.
You can't even, like you said, you cannot describe it.
So if I'm a first-time visitor to St. Paul, and but I just think St. Paul is really one of the greatest cities. It's really a phenomenal city, but if I'm a first-time visitor here, I'm coming here for a convention, I'm coming here for the Super Bowl. What do you tell the travel writers, or what do you tell people? This is what you have to do here.
Sure. I think that's really actually a hard question, because in my opinion, there's quite a long list. It's not one easy, simple little thing. I mean, it's so many things that make St. Paul great. A big piece of that, a huge piece of that, is definitely the diversity of our city. I think it's not as well known that St. Paul is such a great, diverse city. We have such great mix in our any chance that display. People are beyond that. I just encourage them to dive into. We some great content that highlights so many different facets of our city. And I think from finding out where those great food spots are, the best juicy St. Paul.
And where is that? Where can you say, or is that like?
If you're asking me, it's the Nook or Shamrocks, but there's a lot of great options for that, as you know, so many. But just those kind of insider looks of what we can do is we kind of highlight those insider looks of what locals here think is the best.
And and St. Paul has such great neighborhoods, right? So Frogtown, the East Side, Summit, Selby, Grand Ave. I mean, there are just really great. I mean, that's the great thing about the city, is that it's made up of phenomenal neighborhoods.
It is,
and they each have their own character.
They do, yeah. I mean, each are worth checking out because each one is almost completely different. I mean, from downtown, you get really the big city feel in downtown, and just 5 steps out of downtown, you have a much different feel. Whether that's up in Cathedral Hill, West 7th, you make your way over to the east side. Just each neighborhood, it truly is different and has so much to offer, and that's something we definitely tried to do at Visit St. Paul. Really proud of the insider guide that we produced and put out the last couple of years, really highlighting insiders from different neighborhoods and having them explain what's so great about their neighborhood and their home.
That's great. Yeah, we really enjoyed living here, and it's like I said, it's phenomenal. And you have a very active local. We're broadcast to bars. There's a very active brewery scene. I mean, there's a historical basis for it, but it's a very active and very vibrant brewers that have set up shop here.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys support or you promote, or does your organization take a role in promotion of those?
Yeah, absolutely. I personally am just a big fan of craft beer. I think it's a great way to travel and experience the city is through craft beer, and so we've tried to do everything we can to support that. We have a craft beer experience microsite within our website that really highlights that craft beer scene, because as you mentioned, so much of the beer history that really is not only important to Minnesota, but really important to the entire country, really started here in St. Paul. Ham, Schmidt, some of those really big beer names really got their start here. And so beer's always been a very important piece of St. Paul and our culture here. And so we just try and embrace that and encourage people to come here, learn about it, and then experience everything we have today, including the brewery that probably opened up 5 minutes ago, because one's opening up every minute.
And there's also people who love sports, and setting aside Crash Dice, but if you love sports, this is a great sports town. I mean, you've got the Minnesota Wild, you've got the St. Paul Saints. Tell us a little bit about about the importance of sports to the city.
Yeah, it's really been important for a long time. Minnesota Wild, I think, obviously is kind of one of the biggest pieces of that, with 20,000 people almost selling out every time they play a home game. But hockey's been a very important piece of St. Paul, well before the Minnesota Wild. Even though the North Stars back in the day weren't playing in St. Paul, we have a statue over there for Herb Brooks, one of our most famous and loved St. Paulites.
Saw that.
So hockey's always been very important here, and so it's done very well here ever since the Wild set up shop here in downtown St. Paul. But the Saints have been going for a long time, and just such a love following by people here. And that's one of the best things, I think, from a visitor perspective, is that you can come here and you can experience the state of hockey in the capital city of the state of hockey. Experience, in my opinion, weirdest, most fun baseball experience you'll ever have, because it's like nothing else. If you've been to a Saints game, you know that they're just extremely different, but all in good ways.
And it's really led to the development of that when they built the new stadium, and it's a great ballpark. But that really led to a whole rediscovery of Lower Town, and it's pretty amazing when you go down. If you've never been down there, to see a St. Paul Saints game, most of our watchers have been to the XL, but if you haven't been to the St. Paul Saints game this summer, hang out there. It's really a wonderful experience.
Absolutely, and I think that was kind of a really important factor, the success down there that led to Minnesota United soccer team's new stadium, going to be out in the Midway area of St. Paul. So we're excited for them to come on board in the near future here. But that it's also been more than baseball down there. CHS Field now, starting with on January 25th here, right in the next couple days, is going to have a Securian Super Slide, which is a super slide from the Securian level that you can go down on an inner tube through a snow slide down onto the field. Well, that'll run through February 10th.
Well, we'll have to do that. And thanks, Nick.
Yes.
Nick from Visit St. Paul. Visit stpaul.com. Check it out. Check out all the great things the city has to offer. And thanks again, Nick, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Great.
All right, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank
and
you.
Let's see. Yeah, it was great to hear all the great things that are happening out there.
Mhm.
Let's give ourselves some music.
Yeah.
And look at this. We are already in play. 193 players, $1,640 up for grabs.
All right.
Let us see what is happening out there. So much exciting stuff happening tonight. And we will see all of this coming in here as soon as we start getting our player names and everything logged in. 9.5 minutes to go in this Flash Bingo Easy Money. There we go. Cat 17 at Beck's Pub. And I got to make a quick adjustment if you want to talk through what's happening on the screen.
Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving.
No,
It
not-
looked like you're getting out of your chair. I was like, well,
Not
see
that
you
kind of
later.
adjustment, no. Gotta get
All
out of
right.
here.
Heisenberg is in first in
There we go.
at
at
Bourne's Bar in St. Paul. Awesome.
And we've had so much stuff going on. Do you want to walk through the schedule of events as we
Yeah,
go through
sure. All right, so we are on Easy Money right now, and then at 7 p.m. will be Winter Wonderland. 7:20 is going to be the 58-ball coverall, and we'll be starting out with a jackpot of over $1,000. At 7:40 is going to be Pride of Minnesota, and that's going to be our high-low game. So if you have the least points, you can be a winner too.
Yep.
At 8 will be the 56-ball coverall, and we have a big jackpot of over $28,000. And at 8:25, we'll be playing Blackout Bingo. It's a really fast bingo game.
Yeah.
It's a 55-ball coverall, and we'll be starting out at $2,500.
Yep. So lots of big prizes out there tonight
Yeah.
if you are lucky enough to win them. Joel in third place right now got 33rd place last time. Lots of threes for Joel out there on the leaderboard. We'll see
Yeah.
where he ends up. He's at Shenanigans Cheer and Chow. Lots of people from Shenanigans Cheer and Chow checking in over the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's always great to hear from you guys. If you can find us on, not if you can, go to www.pgl.world. We got all the links on there. You can find us on Facebook. You can even watch us right now. We are live. You can say hello, say stuff in the chat. We will say stuff back to you. But Jay Richmond won at Main Street Sports Bar in first place now at 12,000 points. KMF in 8th. Doing much better than last time they played this game. And we got Goober in 9th place. CSU at Detour 19 in first place now. We've got our Winter Carnival badges on or buttons on. You got yours?
Well, I do. It just fell off
Oh, no.
during the break. It's here. It's on the floor.
Oh, no.
But
Well,
every time I get out of this chair, we're in a small spot. I risked tipping this whole production over. So I'll wait until break.
yeah, we can. There is another button here. Yeah. We don't want you to tip anything over.
No.
All right, CSU in first place.
But yeah, so this
Miles
has been
at On the Crunchy Side. Hey, Miles.
Yeah, hey,
checking in on
Miles.
Facebook. How you doing out there? Nice to hear you back again. You kind of vanished for a little bit. Probably had busy things going
was
on over the
busy.
break. Yeah.
That's
Now
what he
we're all
said.
back. It's great to hear from you, Miles. Nice to see you back again. CSU, oh, triple D's in first place at 3D Sports Bar. I like this music. This is great for winter. See here, Farmer in 6th. There's Mad Dog. We got Mad Dog on 7th place and Mad Dog in the other room.
Yeah.
Lou Bear, number 1 in the state at St. James Eagles Post in 8th place. Oh, and speaking of number 1 in the state, we have the new Pilot Cup engraved
All
for
right.
Louis. And so that will be on its way to St. James, where it will stay till the end of June. And, we might be getting some pictures in from Miles with Chris and Old Man Bob.
All right.
So we
awesome.
will try to get those on in the break. Miles, we'll see what we can do. Tonight's kind of crazy because we're switching from live to back here. We will do our best to get those pictures out, Miles. If we don't get them, we'll get them next time. Z Marino in 7th place, last place 50th. I think Z Marino was our first big loser that we ever had when we started doing the high-low games. And And we've got MJA in 8th place in Sartell. And I think, am I sitting in a different spot again?
Oh, no, it's fine. I might
Well,
be
sometimes
too.
the thing's in the way. CSU still
all
in
good.
first place. And LC's 29th place finisher last time, in 6th place now.
LC's 3 was our big winner in the Wipeout Blackout, the 13th game, the winning game.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Or one of them.
Yeah, we had the Wipeout Blackout Marathon last week, if you weren't here. And we played 13 rounds of that, 13 rounds. And in the very last one, in that game, there's 3 progressives for the line win, the large frame, and the coverall. And we hit all 3 of them in the same game, which is absolutely
and
amazing.
LC's 3 was the line win.
Oh, okay. And what was that? How much was that prize?
It was over $1,000.
Yeah, wow.
And then let's see, Opie at 3Ds was the coverall winner, and that was over $10,000.
Yeah, so that was a lot of prizes last week. But speaking of prizes, we got 28,000 coming up here at the end at 8 o'clock. And then we'll do an encore presentation of Wipeout at 8:25. So make sure you stick around for that. We have so many events happening tonight. Triple D's in 2nd place. TNS in 3rd at Valley Lanes. J. Richmond in 4th place. C. Marino in 5th place. Triple D's back on top. We're going to play this music throughout winter. And this music, by the way, is from Going Bananas, brand new electronic pull tab game hitting these streets this past week. So hopefully you checked it out and are really enjoying it. I love the bonus round, and now I'm loving the music. I didn't really pay attention to this music too much.
Pretty nice.
Working through the game, but having it
it's
as
got a
background
good beat, so it's peppy enough, but it also has your tropical, like, relaxation vibe going.
Yep. TNS in 1st place. Triple D's in 2nd place. CSU now down to 3rd. Farmer in 6th. LC's 1 in 7th place. MJA in 8th place. And Neutral Mike at Monty Sports Bar in 9th place. $173 for 1st place tonight. Just
Very
over 3 minutes to go. And Adele, our celebrity that plays every week, is down in the 60s. There's Wendy at Flintstones Lounge in 9th place, making her way onto the leaderboard. Nice to see you out there, Wendy. And 3 minutes to go, 2:55. Leaderboard for Season 3, we got Lou Bear in 1st place. Who else we got on our top 5?
Well, let me see.
Got
All
those
right.
digits?
Lou Bear at St. James Eagles Post is in 1st, and 2nd is Miss K at Trails Grill. 3rd is Mom Hee Haw at Rookies Sports Bar. 4 is Now Showing at Trails Grill. And then 5th, we have Nixon at Roseville VFW.
A lot of familiar names out there from Season 2 and some new people showing up. So, yeah, a lot of fun out there. Remember, Season 3 is going to end the last week of June. So lots of time to get PGL points. Make sure you get signed up on www.pgl.world. And when you come out to play, log into your iPad with that same account info. That way you'll keep your points.
Doesn't June feel like it's so far away?
I don't know. You must keep
It seemed
track
like we got to December really quickly.
I'm
But
trying
June
to think
feels
towards-
really far away.
I can't wait till it gets warmer out. We had a
Right.
brief warm spell, and I got spoiled.
It's
Snowing
like
today
30
out there.
degrees is a warm spell,
Yeah, I know.
so I'll take it.
Well, we had a lot of snow today, so we're still in winter. Don't worry. All right, under 2 minutes to go. TNS out there with 20,000 points. Look at those yellow progress bars. They're moving their way from the left to the right. Once they get all the way to the right, those players will have no more plays. It's a 45-play, 10-minute Flash Bingo tournament game. Looks like all of our top 9 has completed all their plays. And we got 90 seconds to go until we make this all official. But it looks like TNS is going to run away with this one with 20,760 points and just over $170. And we see everybody getting ready out there.
Yeah, I'm excited to
Winter
hear
Carnival.
what they're going to be talking about next.
Yeah.
It's been kind of cool learning a lot.
Oh, yeah,
I
we've
feel
been
like I've been learning a lot.
We have been learning a lot. And speaking of learning a lot, we had trivia, mybar.tv trivia before this, and you did okay tonight.
I did okay.
Top 5.
Yep, and I learned a few new things in that game too.
Yeah. Not only do you need to know the answers, we got to be quick.
I know. I'm a little bit like Didn't have enough caffeine today. So
I know. I still got to get through this.
I'm like reading the question, and all of a sudden I realize time's
Yeah.
about to be out.
All right, TNS in first place, Triple D's in second place, Z Marino at Shooters in third, CSU in fourth, Farmer at Neptune's Bar in fifth place. Oh, we've got people showing us pictures on their phones. Oh my gosh, Jay Richmond won in sixth place at Main Street Sports Bar. Elsie's won at Elsie's in seventh, MJ at G Allen's in eighth place, and Jay Ray at Sal's Angus Grill in ninth place. That rounds out our top 9, and we've got 20 seconds to go, 15 seconds to go, and then we're going to flip this back to the Winter Carnival. Lots of snow out there.
Yeah.
That Ice Palace is amazing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's
All
so
right,
cool.
that is it. Let's see who is going to be the winner. Let's make it official. TNS looks like it's going to be official, and then we are going to be sending this stuff back. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay.
5, 4.
All right, I think we are ready to go over there.
Hey Tony, we're back at Rice Park.
All
right.
right.
We got a little photo to introduce our next segment.
Okay.
So these are the guys. You know, we got a little snow yesterday. I don't know if you're aware of that, but we got a couple inches of snow, and you know that doesn't deter us. You know, we love winter, and we embrace winter, and the guys are out at the snow park, the Vulcan Snow Park, working hard yesterday, and there's a picture of them. So and we're here. So thanks for bringing that along tonight. And we're here with Jen, and I are here with Tony, and on this end. And so you're going to tell us a little bit about what's going on.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I would love to introduce to you the Vulcan Snow Park. This is a thing of passion for these guys. As you saw that picture, it's just unbelievable the passion that these people have. They are out there in the snow all day long yesterday, putting up scaffolding for the light show that we're going to have and the huge slide that we're going to have. Vulcan Snow Park, we make over 100,000 cubic feet of snow, which is enough snow to cover 2 football fields 6 inches deep.
Wow.
So it's
amazing.
unbelievable. So we make that, and then Mother Nature came along yesterday and dumped another
Just dumped
foot
it on you.
us.
Just dumped it on you.
So we're working hard, and it's unbelievable. These guys.
Okay, so for the uninitiated, tell us, go through what the Vulcan Snow Park is, where it is, when it's open. Hit us with your best pitch.
All right, well, Vulcan Snow Park is a community-oriented thing. Everything is free. Well, not everything. We do charge $2 for the slide, but if you fit 4 people on the slide, it's just $2. So that's only 50 cents a person. Let's see you go somewhere else and do that. So it starts January 26th, runs through February 11th. The slide is open all 17 days that we're open. If you go to mnsnowpark.com, that is where you'll find all the information, all of our hours, all the different things that we have going on out there. We have snowboarding, we have the hill, we have the state competition for snow sculpting. That's this Friday through Sunday.
Oh, cool.
We have tractor races on ice, quarter scale car racing on ice. We're going to do a bar stool. All you people out in the bar land out there, we're going to be doing a bar stool race.
Okay. Oh, just a second. A couple things caught my attention. A tractor race on ice.
Yes.
Okay.
These guys have souped up. So they take the blades off their lawnmowers.
Okay.
They put extra big engines in them.
Okay.
They're going to put studs on the tires.
Tony, listen up. This is you next year.
They're going to run around that course, and they get up 50 miles an hour. It's insane.
Do they have to give you sign a waiver, a waiver of liability?
Yes,
anything like that?
they have to sign waivers, and then they also have their own insurance.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. And the bar stool race.
The bar stool race. So
this sounds like something I could do.
I was thinking.
I can kind of do that, yeah.
The bar stool race is teams of 3 people.
Okay.
You can take a bar,
the 3 of us,
bar stool, and you put it on skis.
Oh my goodness.
And you have one person that rides down the hill, you have one person that pushes them, and you have one person that's the mechanic.
So I could be the mechanic.
Sure.
Doesn't sound like there's a lot that could go wrong with this, right? You know, I
No,
mean, nothing could go wrong. A bar stool on skis down a hill. That sounds like there's no problems with that.
So another one of the things that I want to get and touch upon is because Vulcan Snow Park is a community-oriented event, we are going to be raising 2 tons of food we're going to collect for Second Harvest Foods.
Wow. Oh, that's great.
So, I mean, you bring your can of food or your non-perishable food item out to Vulcan Snow Park, and we'll give you a free ride down the slide.
Wow.
No, I mean, you've got to support this great cause. Now, I don't mean to sound ignorant, but where is the Vulcan Snow Park?
Vulcan Snow Park is located at the MegaSota State Fair.
Well, I know where that is.
It's on the Kidway. Used to be the Machinery Hill.
Okay.
So you just go in there, and the tractor races are going to be right by the water tower.
Oh, that's great.
You won't be able to miss it. We're going to light that water tower up. It's going to be lit up with all kinds of colors. And
now, if I just want to go to watch, can I get a beer or something? And do you have concessions or anything like that?
There's going to be food concessions. We have one of the concessions that we're going to have is the Freedom Truck, and all the proceeds from that truck go back to what is the sex trade that's going on that they're very
human trafficking. Yeah,
human trafficking.
It's a big issue with the Super Bowl, right?
Everything that is made from there, the profits go to bring awareness to that. So once again, everything that we do out at Snow Park is to help the community, and that's what the Vulcans are all about.
And you know what, that really came through. We did a little film, and we interviewed Joe Bennett and Bob Manson, who are former Vulcan. I guess you're never a former Vulcan.
No, once a Vulcan.
But you're a Vulcan. And, I think the one thing that, I was really struck by is I'm used to seeing you guys at parades, having fun, everybody having a great time. And, I didn't know that this guy was involved with Vulcans. This is really trouble. But I see everybody always having a good, he's a serious guy. He's a serious guy. No, but everybody, everybody's always having a great time. But at the heart of it, at your mission, is really to help others, and maybe you could talk just a little bit about some of the things that you guys do throughout the year.
Some of the events that we do is we help out Bridgeview School. That's a school for severely handicapped.
Okay.
We raise money. They've been raising money since 2006. The Vulcans have been helping to get their playground that they have. It's very expensive to get equipment for handicapped children.
Sure.
So the Vulcans do fundraisers every year, a couple of them every year to help with that. There's also we help out the Wounded Warrior Project of Minnesota. They've raised over $700,000.
You're kidding me.
For that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
So
That's fantastic.
People call us up and they want to have fire truck rides, or we donate our fire trucks to events so that they can raise money for cancer patients, or just you name it, and the Vulcans are doing it. We're helping.
If you guys see a fundraiser that involves a fire truck, we came in on the fire truck tonight. It really was, it was a great experience, right? And so if you ever have the chance to kind of help out the Vulcans and help raise money for you guys and for your local community, that's a great way to do it, and it's a lot of fun. It's really a blast, and I know that probably Tony and Nikki were back at the studio watching that and very jealous about seeing us coming on the fire truck. But it's really it's really a great thing, and like I said, if you ever have the chance to help the guys out, that's something you can participate in.
Exactly.
So now maybe we've got a couple minutes left here. There's tell us about your hair.
My hair. Well, one of our Vulcan brothers, his son, found out that he had cancer. So a bunch of us said, once you start to lose your hair, we'll shave our heads. So when they shaved my head, they left the mohawk on there. And my wife said, "Oh no, shave that off right now."
Yeah,
and I said, "Oh man, really?
This is my chance."
Not only is it staying, but I'm going to dye it red for Winter Carnival.
Oh, that's really great. And it's really it's kind of it's heart-wrenching, to hear, how you a story like that. But it's also great to hear about how you guys are,
We rally around. We rally around each other, and we rally around the community. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
that it's really a great game, the Fire and Brimstone.
No, you guys
That's
have a
exciting.
really good. And do you want to introduce these two guys? And before we sign off,
Sure. This is Neil back here. I don't know if I can get out of the way there. This is Neil. He's one of the guys in that picture that you saw in the beginning. And this is John Mays Maslowski. He's the guy that comes up and makes all the mazes and comes up with the ideas for them and helps build them. So.
well, you guys, we're all going to go on out to the state fairground and hang out at the Vulcan Snow Park and enjoy a great time. We really appreciate everything you guys do for the community.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for being here with us tonight.
All right.
Yeah, awesome. You guys made the show.
We're going to have to
Great.
probably do that next.
Perfect.
Have a good night.
Okay, great.
We're
Thank
out.
you very much. Thanks,
Thank
Tony. Yeah, appreciate it. Really, that was great, man.
All right, we are
That was
back. That was
awesome.
so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, that was the stuff that they work on is
They
just
do so much, yeah.
unbelievable. Oh, we're in play. We gotta
Yeah.
focus on what on the job
I
at
know,
hand
but
here.
the other stuff is so exciting.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
Um,
let's see. We're doing Winter Wonderland here.
And I want to go to the snow park.
Yeah.
And I would like to participate in a car race on the ice.
Yeah, and the bar stool on the skis. I don't know about that. That sounds just like a big crash. But anyways, we are doing a 45 play, 10-minute flash bingo Winter Wonderland game here. So it's 45 plays or 10 minutes, whatever happens first. And we've got our leaderboard coming up here. You'll start to see little yellow progress bars below each of these players' names working their way from the left to the right. Once that progress bar gets all the way to the right, those players will have no more plays left, and they can sit back, relax, and wait for our next segment live from the Winter Carnival. Now showing fourth, right? Fourth in the state?
Now showing is fourth in the state.
Yep,
Yeah.
2960 in first place at Trails Grill. And we'll see what happens here. Bobby 25 now in first place, 6610 at Hoover's Pub. Triple D's big winner last time, I think, or near the top anyways. Maybe third place finisher.
Did
in
you
the
say
last game.
Hooters instead of Hoovers? Is that like a subliminal, or what do
No,
they call
I
it?
don't
A
know.
Freudian slip?
Are my wings ready yet? Beaver Tails at KC's Saloon. I don't think I did, but I possibly could. We'll have to get the instant replay on that. Oh, man. Triple D's in 6th. CMPC in 7th. Sasha 172 in 8th place. Bobby 25 in 2nd. Van Betts in 3rd. And yeah, that organization, the Vulcans, is absolutely amazing. 2 tons of food they're going to get.
Yeah, that's
can
amazing.
you even picture
Yeah.
what 2 tons of food looks like?
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Really cool.
I mean, and then the raising the money for the playground for the kids with disabilities. That is such a great thing. So yeah, super excited to be able to help those guys out and be a part of it and have them on the air tonight. It is great. All right, 7 minutes 45 seconds to go. We are having a blast today. We've got a lot of games, a lot of segments happening live from the Winter Carnival. We had a great video at the beginning. We'll play it again at the end if you missed it. That explains a lot about what's happening out there at the Winter Carnival. You get to see them building that ice palace, which is crazy. I saw the video. I saw an early version of that video last week, and I thought, I honestly thought this. Oh, well, maybe I could make an ice sculpture and put it on the set.
Okay.
And I started looking up how to do that, and I quickly figured out that wasn't going to be something I was going to be able to do. So I didn't do it. Why Not's Tube at Beers Tube in 7th place. MJP89 at Pit 611. Mike James at the Harbor Inn and Garrison in 9th place.
Were you gonna go cut your block of ice out of the lake? Or?
Well, no,
That's the part I'm worried that.
no,
you
I
might be
was
trying to do.
thinking that maybe I could do part of it in the freezer. But I didn't.
What do you mean in the freezer?
Like if I could freeze one block at a time somehow and then move it to different freezers around
got
the
it.
city here that I have access to. The numerous freezers that I can get to. Don't worry, I only thought about it for about 5 minutes. Do you see those blueprints sticking out of the
Should
garbage
always
can?
try new things.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. You see those big
Yeah.
rolled up things coming out of the garbage can. Those were my plans. All right, Blue in first place. We heard from Miles at On the Crunchy Side earlier tonight, checking in, saying Chris was in, I think, in the picture, and that might have been Chris from the trivia, who was our big winner tonight, is what I'm
awesome.
thinking. But we've got so much going on here, we haven't been able to get those pictures take a
Maybe
look at
at
them
the end we can.
Yeah, maybe we can do it at the end.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's not the same Chris. Who knows? Chris can always take credit for something, too. All right. Texans in 4th, HR Pesties. Warg in 5th place at Park Tavern. So, unfortunately, the Vikings fell a little short this weekend.
Yeah.
But still, the big game is coming up in 2 weeks, and we can always go and enjoy that. And we're going to have a show and some tournaments just before the big game, before the pregame.
Even if you don't like the teams, there's like food and
Yeah,
drinks.
it's a huge
and
event,
all
and
the
this
fun
ice
stuff.
palace. A lot of fun stuff happening over the next couple weeks. So that's really, really exciting. And yeah, we'll be here before the pregame show on the big game day. Blue in 1st place at Bourne's Bar, 15,985 points. Bobby 25 and 6th. Junkman in 7th. Dave's in 8th place. Probably Dave S. M. Paul in 2nd at Huck's Shipwreck Saloon. Beaver Tails in 3rd place. KC Saloon. Texans now HR Pesties in 4th place. And Warg at the Park Tavern in 5th place. Lots of great prizes out there today. $334 to 1st place. One of these days, I'm going to remove that little bingo machine so I can see that corner of the screen.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
I
could probably do that.
I always forget to do that because
do
we do the
too.
coveralls at the end, and I don't
Yeah.
need to see that. All right, yeah, we got 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and we're going to head back to the Winter Carnival. And after this, we've got our 58-ball coverall coming up, and where are we at with the jackpot? Brand new jackpot,
Brand new, so it will be starting at $1,000.
Jay Sunday 99 in 3rd place right now with a ton of plays left. Use all those plays. You got to use them. There's Elsie's too. Elsie's having a great night. Had a great tournament last week. Went over $1,000 on a line win on that
I think
wipeout.
LC's won several things in the wipeout.
Oh, yeah.
Blackout. Like there's LC's 1, LC's 2, LC's 3 or something.
Yeah, there was a lot of play, a lot of fun. That game is fast. If you haven't played Wipeout Blackout, if you missed it last week, remember we're going to run it again tonight at 8:25. So we're going to, after the 56 ball or 56 ball, $28,000. That's probably going to be in the mid 30s, at least maybe 33,000. We'll see where that ends up. But after that one, we're going to go back to the Winter Carnival and hear some more great things from there. I think maybe we'll be hearing from the royal family at some point tonight. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. And then
Fancy.
It is very fancy. And then we're going to wrap things up here with a 55-ball Wipeout Blackout game coming up at 8:25. Elsie's 2 building on that lead there with 18,010 points right now. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. I love this music.
It's really like, it's just soothing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's Ramrod, Car Ramrod at the Flying Monkey in 5th place. Nice to see you out there, Ramrod. And Jay Sunday, 2nd place. And we're planning some stuff for Fat Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
So we've got events coming up left and right.
I have to get another one of those king cakes.
Oh, yeah. I actually already had a piece of a king cake this season.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't get the baby. That's all right. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
You know what? This year we should get some Zapp's potato chips.
Ooh, yeah.
They're like so good, and you get them down there.
I think we can make that happen. Elsie's 2 in 1st place, 18,635 points. Jay Sunday, 99. Lots of plays left, Jay Sunday. Not much time. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. Hit that button. Ramrod in 3rd place. Car Ramrod at the Flying Monkey. Texans in 6th place. Beaver Tails in 7th place. Junkman in 8th at Clearwater Legion. And Sammy T at Mills Lounge in 9th place with 13,555 points. There's Jay Sunday. I knew Jay was going to get to the top. At Mac Green Mill Bar. That's a new site. I don't remember trying to get that out.
They've been here.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yep.
Don't listen to me.
You just probably haven't.
Don't
Maybe you
listen
just
to me.
haven't
Oh,
had
I
to
know.
say it yet.
Yeah, but a lot of plays left and 18,000 points. I think Jay Sunday is going to have this one in the bag. We got about a minute to go, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Let's see if we can build on that lead. And then we're going to head back to the Winter Carnival. And then we'll come back with the 58 ball, $1,000 bucks. Remember, 56 ball, 28,000, and climbing right at 8 o'clock. So make sure you get ready for that one. All right, 45 seconds to go, and we will wrap this one up. Looks like Jay Sunday, 99, going to take home that $334 prize. But we'll make it official. 30 seconds till the game's over. We'll keep dancing.
Should have kept my Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah, where's my lei from last week and my light up glasses?
I have like winter coats and Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. Well, we might have to borrow some of those glasses. All right, 10 seconds to go. Looks like Jay Sunday coming from nowhere, finishing all those plays in like the last 2.5 minutes. What a way to do it out there. 19,870 points. And we are done with the game. Let's see if we're going to make it official here, and then we will start to send it back over to the Winter Carnival.
Give me my card. There we go.
And any second now, we'll be ready to go back over there. Let's see.
We have a new trivia game.
And waiting for that big winner. May find it, may not.
There we go.
All
All right. Congratulations, Jay Sunday, 99. All right.
All
Gonna
right.
head back over to the Winter Carnival.
Here we go.
Okay,
All right. We are
we
throwing
on
it
now?
Yes, you guys are on.
Right. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony and Nikki, how you guys doing?
We're doing
We're
great.
good.
And you guys
It
look
looks
like
warm in there.
Oh yeah, we are fine. We got the
It's
heat
warm in
on.
there.
We can see your breath.
Yeah.
So-
So it's a balmy 20 degrees here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing compared to the 30 below temps that we've been having.
We get overtime pay for this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 20 degrees can feel like a heat wave, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're here with Tim, and Tim was telling me a little bit about some trivia. He's kind of a trivia expert.
Oh.
And he mentioned something about the Philadelphia Eagles. And, that's a real sore subject, like in this neck of the woods. And so I was watching this, I was watching on KSTP last night, and they were interviewing some of the people who were coming back from the game in Philly. And they said that the Philadelphia fans were not like Minnesota nice, right? And they were throwing drinks on people, and it was a very raucous environment at the stadium. And I'm just going to contrast that with Minnesota, right? So we beat the Saints, and we appreciated the sportsmanship of the kicker or the punter, right, who got injured but came out for the final play. Minnesotans raised $220,000 for that kicker's charity.
Wow.
Versus Philly, where they beat the crap out of us, and they're throwing drinks on us to rub salt in the wounds. And so I guess it just says something about what a great place Minnesota is. Yep. And Tim, what a great place Rice Park is, right? I mean, isn't this great tonight?
Doesn't get much better than this. And fun fact, Rice Park is actually older than Central Park in New York City.
I had no idea. Has it always been this size?
It's always been this size. It's a great little hangout. During the summer, it's quite the hub of activity with a lot of food trucks. My wife happens to work right down there, and once a week she'll come hit a food truck. And it's beautifully lit here in the wintertime with all the Christmas lights and obviously with our great ice palace.
Right. And so, one of the things that we like about I personally, I'm a sucker for parades, right? I mean, I just love, if there's a parade in a small town or a big town, Mardi Gras, I mean, I got to see it, right? You guys have a great parade.
We actually have 3 parades, John.
You have 3?
We have 3 parades. So the first parade we have is actually this coming Thursday, so 2 nights from now. It's called our Moonglow Parade.
Okay.
And it's a pedestrian parade, and it's actually open to the public to participate. It starts out 401 Robert Street, which is kind of the lobby of the local St. Paul Area Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And then we just get a bunch of people that come together, and we walk up walk up 5th Street. We've got a bunch of hot air balloon baskets blow in the air, and then they're all going to end up here in Rice Park, and that's when they're going to do the kind of the grand lighting of the Ice Palace. But,
that's great.
People, the general public, are welcome to come join in. Usually people wear things that are glowing, and like glow necklaces, or those tubes like glow sticks, and we have about 100 visiting queens from other festivals, from Minnesota festivals. They have what's called their Queens Weekend, so they come down and they're in the parade. We've got visiting dignitaries from other festivals at the Winter Carnival Royal Family visits. Those festivals come visit us. So we'll have people from Florida and Canada and San Antonio, Texas, Macon, Georgia, Tallahassee, Florida. In fact, I always joke that the royal family goes to Florida in April. The Florida people come here in January, so we get the better end of that.
I think they get the short stick for that one. And so that's the first parade.
That's the first parade. It's just like it's just like a little kickoff. It's just a fun little pedestrian parade. And then the granddaddy is the one that's on Saturday. It's our Grand Day parade. That's at 2:00. That's the biggest of the 3 parades. It starts at 2:00 and it starts down on Smith Avenue and 7th Street, comes up West 7th and ends up right here in Rice Park. And the last three more some huge crowds.
Yes.
This year, 80 units. We've got a lot of visiting royalty from other community festivals. The St. Paul bouncing team is fun.
Yes.
That one gets the crowd going. If you haven't seen the bouncing team, they bounce young women that are rather petite up into the air off of like one of those old fireman's blankets that they jump out of a building and they land on the blanket. Well, they do is they pull it out at once and the girl gets thrown up into the air.
Tim, they're lighting it up for you. I mean, back behind you.
That was part of my contract. I told them that I would only do this if it was lit up for me.
Right.
And so that goes from 2:00 to 4:00, ends right here in Rice Park. And then this Rice Park will be a hub of activity that day with, it's going to be a beautiful day. We've got the Ice Palace. We got things going on in Landmark Center. So it's going to be an awesome day.
I think we saw it, what was that, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but it was bitterly cold, and I think we had to jump into McGovern's once or twice.
I was actually a member of the royal family in 2014, and it was bitter cold.
That was the one we were at.
And then the year after that, so it would have been 2015, the daytime air temperature was 35 degrees, but there was not a cloud in the sky and there was no wind, so it felt like it was about 50.
Oh.
And then crashed ice was going on right across at the Capitol. And then we also had a college hockey tournament over at the Excel Center.
Wow.
So there was about 100,000 people watching that parade because of all those things combined, because it was a beautiful day, lots of activity going on.
Amazing.
It was crazy.
And so that's the second, and you said there's a third parade.
Our third parade is our Torchlight Parade, which is actually being held 2 weeks after the Grand Day Parade, because it normally would have fallen on the Saturday before the Super Bowl, and there's just no way we could have accommodated that with the police and all that. They're going to be busy helping out with the Super Bowl. So Winter Carnival added a weekend, so it's actually February 10th. It's a Saturday at 5:30, and that actually starts at the other end of town. The Grand Day Parade starts on this end of town. The Torchlight Parade ends on the other side. Starts at the other side of town by the Saints Stadium. If you've ever been to a Saints game, it starts right down there, and it comes up 4th Street, and it's also right here in Rice Park. And at the end of that, we have little fireworks, and that's where King Boreas gets overthrown by the Vulcan crew. And that one, we probably got about 70 units. That unit, what's neat about that parade is that all the entries are typically lit up. They've got some sort of lights on it. The Unicycle Club always participates, and they put lights in their tires, and it's just beautiful to look at. It's a little smaller in terms of the numbers of entries, but it's beautiful to look at with all the lights and those hot air balloon basket flames when they pull them. The crowd loves them. The light rail lines don't love them, so we have to be careful when we pull them. But the crowds love them because it warms them up, and everybody's like, we want some heat, and they turn it, and it's a blast, no pun intended. But
I think we were looking forward to that when they were when they were lighting those off.
Fun.
Yeah. And so, what's your favorite part about the Winter Festival?
I just love the people. I love you get people from all over that come down here. They come down to see the parade and have a good time. It's just good, clean, family fun, lots of stuff to do. I just love St. Paul. I've never actually lived in St. Paul, always in a suburb of St. Paul, but I just love St. Paul. And it's just neat to see it's such a neat little area, so many people having fun and celebrate winter. I'm a cold weather guy.
Right.
That's why I'm not wearing any gloves. I'm a cold weather guy. So I love celebrating winter.
And with the Super Bowl coming up, it's you get a whole new group of people who are going to be exposed to Winter Carnival and the parades. And do you have anything special planned, or is it kind of business as usual?
I wouldn't say it's business as usual. We've got some people from the Olympics coming in to demonstrate. I believe there's I'm forgetting who they are, but we've got some Olympic athletes that we're going to have them here. We're going to have let's see what else we've got. We're part sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Those darn Vulcans. Northwind. What else? Well, obviously we got the Ice Palace, because we don't typically do those for just anything.
Right.
And then see what else we have coming up for the Super Bowl. I'm totally drawing a blank right now. So the second weekend of Winter Carnival is when the Super Bowl weekend is.
Right.
And so we are going to do more ice sculptures this year.
Okay.
Because
and those will be right here.
They'll be right here in Rice Park. We're going to we have a snow ice sculpture contest. And sometimes by the time the second weekend comes around, because of the sun being higher in the sky, they'll start melting. So we are going to be refreshing those throughout the week and have more of them so that the visitors who are coming in from the Super Bowl with the light rail will drop them just blocks away so they can come see these great ice sculptures, and it'll be a fun time.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've never come down to St. Paul for the Winter Festival and Winter Carnival and the parades, you're missing out, because I'm telling you, it's a great way to spend an afternoon. So, Tim, thank you very much.
Jen, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for being here today.
You bet, my pleasure.
So great. Tony, I wish you guys were here.
Yeah, so do we. It looks like you guys are having a lot of fun, and we can't that sculpture behind you lit up like that. Did you see that? That looks amazing.
No, it was part of Tim's contract.
Yeah, part of my contract. They'll be turning that up shortly.
Yeah, that is just great. All right, well, we've got the 58 ball coming up here with already $4,700 in prizes, so we're going to see what we can do with that.
All right, awesome.
So look, everybody.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, we are back.
Yeah.
And so much fun with that Winter Carnival, and we are really back. We've got to get this thing. They're already in play. 47.78. Let's get this thing off to the races here. There we go. And we will be on there very shortly. There we go. All right, so we should see the ball start to drop anytime now. There we go.
All right. Oh, 64, Red Rock.
170 ball, 5 players, 3 balls away.
Oh, 73, Queen B.
Wow, 328, 3 away.
B11, Legs 11.
440 for the line win, 440 for the M, 38.63 for the coverall. Ball 4 about to drop.
Oh, 63, Tickle Me 63.
47 cards, 2 balls away. Barb, As Stone, Bobby 25, Wild Bill, Teenage Tammy, Harley, 2 balls away.
B15, Young and Keen.
Ball 6 coming down.
And 45, halfway there.
That is true.
Oh, 71, Bang on the Drum.
Clyder and Craig, 1 ball away. There we go.
All right.
Bingo!
Craig
picking it up. Line win all to yourself. Now we will continue on for this large M pattern. Man, that ice sculpture is so cool.
It is really cool. I just really think it's cool how it's lighting up.
Yeah.
All right, B7, Lucky 7.
2 cards, 5 balls away now from this large M pattern.
B2, 1 Little Duck.
4 cards. Whack, whack. Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry. I can
So
make
much
up my
going on.
own, actually.
I've got so many buttons to press over
It's
here.
all good.
The only one I really care about pressing I missed.
G50, half a century.
As Stone, 4 balls away.
Oh, 74, Candy Store.
The Todd Father, 5 balls away.
And 32, Buckle My Shoe.
Todd Father, Bugsy, K Tazi, Horseshoe, Turkey Tom, and Bobo 1. 4 balls away.
And 40, Naughty 40.
Yeah, As Stone is 4 balls away now. Everybody else 5 balls away.
G52, Danny LaRue.
I mean, this music isn't really going with the snowflakes, though. But, you know, snowflakes on the screen, snowflakes outside.
G51, Tweak of the Thumb.
2 cards, 5 balls away. 4 balls away. 2 cards, 4 balls away.
I-17, Dancing Queen.
You know, they were talking about how cold it was. Remember how cold it was in 2014? It was like minus 30. They had canceled school. Do you remember that?
That happened this year. G60, 5 dozen. It's happened every winter. Ever. Well, we had negative 20 one day here. I-16, Sweet 16. like
one card, 3 balls away.
3
Bobo
weeks
one.
ago. I-18, coming of age.
Well, if it was a day I didn't go outside, it doesn't count.
Well, I think it was supposed to get that cold. I'm not sure it did, though. I-25, duck and dive.
A lot of eyes on the board. Bobo 1, that's still 3 balls away. Looking for a large M winner. And looking for a coverall before or on ball 58.
N42, Winnie the Pooh. B6, Tom Mix.
5 cards, 3 balls away.
G46, up to tricks.
Remember we went to St. Thomas? We saw that donkey named Oprah Winfrey?
Yes.
That's music.
Oh, the music, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy, yeah. That was kind of neat. G59, Brighton Line. And 41, time for fun. Woo! I-27, Gateway to Heaven.
Looking for a large M winner here on ball 28. For a coverall before or on ball 58 for over $3,800.
G47, 4 and 7.
Remember, if more than one player hits the bingo on the same ball, that prize is split.
I-22, 2 little ducks.
Bobo 1, 2 balls away. Bobo 1's been leading this whole thing.
B14, Valentine's Day.
Ball 31 coming down, looking for a large M winner.
And 37, more than 11. I-23, V and Me.
Bobo 1, way out there.
O66, Clickety Click.
2 cards, 2 balls away now from this large M pattern. Ball 34 about to drop.
And 33, Dirty Knee.
Babes and Bobo 1.
G49, Beerstein.
Ball 36.
G58. Make them wait. B4, knock at the door.
5 cards, 2 balls away now from this large M pattern. Ball 38 about ready to come down.
I-29, rise and shine.
Good morning.
Babes, Barb 22, John, all 2 balls away.
I-19, goodbye teens.
Ball 40 coming down. Remember, 58 is the magic number in this one. $3,800, $3,863 up for grabs.
I-28, overweight.
6 cards, 2 balls away now from this large M pattern. Still haven't awarded the large M yet. Not gonna do that one.
Oh, you were. I don't know. You were talking. I was listening. B3, cup of tea. And 39, steps.
10 cards, 2 balls away. Looking for a 58 ball winner here.
Oh, 61, Baker's Bun.
Barb 22, John Mark, Horseshoe, Bobo 1 ball away from this large M pattern. Ball 44 and 44. Look at that.
And 44, Droopy Drawers.
4 cards, 1 ball away.
B8, Garden Gate.
We've seen somebody win the coverall 1 ball after the large M, so all hope is not lost.
True story.
Hashtag? Is that how you do hashtags? Hashtag.
Yeah, definitely not how you do hashtags, but.
There we go.
All right, Wendy.
Wendy. We saw Wendy on the leaderboard earlier. And Barb 22. That's 2 winners, splitting that $440 bucks. Now we have 11 balls to win this coverall.
B9, Doctor's Orders.
Barb 22, 1 ball away already. Look at that. winning that large M, and 1 ball away on ball 48. Any ball can end this.
And 34. Ask for more. Oh, 72. 6 dozen.
Barb, 22, still 1 ball away. Ball 50, we're going to end it now. $3,863. Is this it? Ball 50. Dramatic pause. Is this it? No winner on ball 50.
Gee, 53. Stuck in a tree.
Ball 51, here we go. Winner. Can we get a winner on ball 50? 8 tries. Oh, we did it. All right. Barb getting it. On ball
Barb
51.
also-
Congratulations. Barb 22 winning the large M and the coverall.
Yeah.
Great
Trying
job.
to say.
$3,800 for that coverall and $220. It's over $4,000.
Yeah.
Is that where that ends up? Yeah. Wow, congratulations, Barb. Big winner on ball 51, too. That's really hard to do. Speaking of early balls, we've got the Wipeout Blackout coming here at the end. That's a 55-ball coverall. And then we've also got the 28,000 and climbing 56 ball at 8 o'clock. That's a 56 ball. So this is setting the standard. Barb set the bar really high. We can do it. So I think we're going to head back to the Winter Carnival. What time are we at here? We are right on schedule. I think. Are we ready to go over? Oh,
Yeah,
we're going there
we're
right
going
now.
now.
All right. I'm hearing too many things. Let's get this up there a little bit.
You know, I think it's getting colder, guys.
All right, guys.
do.
I think we're going to head it back to you guys.
A lot colder here. I better put my hat on. But you know what? We're really fortunate tonight. We have the architect of the Ice Palace here tonight.
Wow.
John Culligan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we're really, really pleased. And we just learned a little bit of trivia from John, and that John was a Vulcan back in '85. He said the statute of limitations is worn off, so he can freely.
Let's hope.
For most crimes, it's worn off.
You just got him in trouble.
I think we
No crimes.
No, I'm just all you guys are real solid guys. So it's really a big honor to be the architect of the Ice Palace. I mean, this Ice Palace has been built for over years.
Yep.
And the centerpiece of the Carnival.
Certainly has been, and going back to 1886 when the Winter Carnivals were started, it was an opportunity for the city and the community to basically wow the world and welcome the world to Minnesota with the idea of trying to grow the whole. And so they decided to do that by showing how to celebrate winter. And one of the major items in 1986, obviously, was the Ice Palace.
Right. And how do those, when you, as an architect, how do the history, how does that inform your design?
Well, it does, because you can't not go back and look at the wonderful structures that have been built over the last 130 years. Our design behind us, the 2018 Palace, is really a modern, iconic interpretation of many of those past palaces. It has all of the elements of a palace. It's got a moat back there.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a moat, and it's got stepped battlements, and it's got a balcony, and it's got obviously these beautiful spires. So they all are reflective of all the palaces of the past with a modern twist on it.
And how do you become an architect for an ice palace? Obviously, your practice is much wider, but how did you get into understanding how to build an ice palace? I mean, there's got to be like structural or other issues that you have to deal with that are very unique.
Well, absolutely. I mean, these are masonry buildings, only they're a little slipperier.
Yeah.
And over the last 3 years, I've been involved with many of the contractors and all of the engineers developing small palaces that have been also located in Rice Park. And through the course of this development and utilizing the expertise of many of the contractors that worked on the palaces in 86 and 88 and 92, it's really transferring the information that is being handed down.
Right.
Because we're using tools to harvest the ice from Green Lake up near Spicer with tools that are practically and the technologies are being used that were used when they built the original palaces. So it's really phenomenal.
And you can see that. So are there any are there any specific structural concerns about working with these massive blocks of ice? They're huge. When you walk through, you can't imagine. They're huge.
These ice blocks are 22 inches wide by 44 inches long by 16 to 18 inches deep, depending on how thick the ice is on the lake.
Okay.
And they weigh over 600 pounds.
Wow. Each one.
Each block. And so we've got, I think, plus or minus 3 million pounds worth of ice down there. And so from a structural perspective, we are looking at it as a bearing wall construction. We've got a lot of scaffolding back there that is supporting many of the high towers. And fortunately, I've got my structural engineer's phone number, so he comes
right?
and I call him all the time. So
it's a big team that's working on it.
Doing this.
So this was a 3-year process from start to finish?
Well, it's been a 3-year process learning about the ins and outs of designing a palace. This structure started in, I think, the first week in December.
Okay.
We've had a few stops and starts.
Okay.
We're going to have a much larger palace up at the Capitol, but fortunately, we're able to raise enough funds to build this spectacular palace behind me in what is really Rice Park, which is really the heart of downtown St. Paul. And the idea here is that, as in 1886, we get an opportunity again with the Super Bowl coming to town, so that we get to welcome and wow the world again, as they did in '86. And so we're really excited about that opportunity to, welcome the world, show them how much fun we have as Minnesotans celebrating Minnesota winters,
right?
And showing them all the crazy, wild things that we do here to keep our sanity,
keep ourselves entertained.
Right.
Well, but and also Rice Park. A lot of the buildings have been here probably since the late 1800s.
Yep.
So you're really dealing with a historical context for this palace, where future generations can kind of go and look and see how every one of the 36 kind of dealt with what was going on during the time and dealt with being in this great park downtown.
Yeah, there are wonderful photographs that I've seen of a palace in 1917. So over 100 years ago, palace was built right behind us, not as large, but an absolutely stunning palace that we looked at and went, we were excited about it because you get an opportunity to see what your forefathers did. And there's an opportunity for us to ratchet it up a little bit and change it out a little. But again, it's about the history. It's about the community coming together to build these palaces together. And it definitely takes a very large team. All of the design and construction professionals, the union tradesmen with all of the knowledge and expertise, and then all of the sponsors that have been stepping up here and making this a reality. There is an opportunity still, if you'd like to go to the Winter Carnival website, you can buy your own block supporting the palace, and love to have everyone come down, please, and see the palace. It's, the ice always melts, but ice palaces' memories are frozen in time.
And you mentioned about it melting, and Jen and I were talking, it's going to get up to the 40s for a couple days this week. Does that pose problems for you guys?
Well, we'd rather have it stay cold.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. In years past, the weather has also gotten warm. Volcanus Rex is having his way already.
No doubt.
And a little too early, so back it off, Volcanus. But we have got the structure in place that we should be able to take care of some of the melt off that we'll see. But we're even thinking of maybe draping the south wall, with some white poly to protect it a little bit. But as it freezes and thaws and freezes and thaws, it gets colder at night, freezes again, and so we're confident that things will be fine.
And the lighting is really dramatic. Did you design the lighting, or was that part of your team? Did you bring in a lighting person?
Well,
because it really is phenomenal.
Well, yes, and this isn't even it yet.
Oh, really?
Oh, no,
that's great.
I mean, it's the show corps is one of our design team members, and they're designing the lighting, and so every time. the lighting right now is shining on the outside of the walls. The inside is where all the lighting is in the towers. And so you're going to have, and it's going to be all sorts of colors, and they're going to represent the I don't know if I'd mentioned, but the towers, we have 6 towers back here. And the 2 main towers represent, this is about the legend of the carnival. And so we've got Boreas and Queen of the Snows Aurora. Those are the 2 main towers. They will, lead the overall carnival events. And then Boreas's 4 brothers representing the winds.
Well,
so
you know what? It's we could stay here and talk for a long time with John, but thank you very much for coming by, and it was really informative. So thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Come to Carnival.
We're the only ones that have gloves on. What's going on?
We don't either.
Yeah.
All right. Great to hear from you guys. Wow, that is so awesome. So much cool stuff happening out there. Man, I could not imagine trying to build that ice palace. That's absolutely crazy. And the design that has to go into it. And now we're ready to go. We've got our Big Loser game coming up.
All right.
And let's get that one going. Pride of Minnesota, high-low.
I'm having some winter coat envy out there.
Yeah.
Of their
there
jackets.
there are a lot of jackets going on.
They look really nice.
Yeah. Well, I got a new jacket yesterday.
Oh yeah, you did. Forgot.
Yep. I might wear it next week.
You can.
I can wear it next week, yes. I got a free jacket, for those of you who are wondering, and it's not my typical color.
No.
Of drab, or whatever my colors are.
Well, you kind of just wear whatever, but...
This is outside the box. I will wear it next week, I promise
wear
you.
it.
All right, Marky Mark. Ash Shenanigans, Cheer and Chow. Marky Mark is...
In the Funky Bunch.
Right, Marky Mark is one guy.
The Funky Bunch.
Right.
But yes, Marky Mark is one person.
Oh, there's Bobo
Mark
One,
Wahlberg.
who is in the lead for almost that entire coverall game. Nice to see you back on the top of the leaderboard. Bobo at Cowboy Jacks. Slick at Weekos in first place now. Bobo One in second. Marky Mark down to third. Super Jen at Rudolph's Redneck Roost in fourth place. And this is a 10-minute game, 45 play. To be eligible for those high-low prizes, for the loser prizes, you got to make sure you use all 45 of your plays. You see those little yellow progress bars beneath each player's name moving from the left to the right. Once it gets all the way over to the right, those players have no more plays left. Mad Dog.
All right.
Jumping up to the top of the board at Cowboy Jacks. That's 2 from Cowboy Jacks. Mad Dog and Bobo on the leaderboard. We've got a Mad Dog just over there, the other side of this wall. KMF in 9th. Craig in 8th place at Howard's Bar. Marky Mark in 7th now. Kleider in 6th. Slick in 2nd. Bobo 1 in 3rd. Craig now in 4th. And Super Gen 1 at Rudolph's in 5th place. 8 minutes to go. Usually around the 5-minute mark, we'll start to see some of those losers show up, those terrible players. But yeah, that Ice Palace is absolutely
It's pretty amazing, yeah.
The fact they had to chop up all those blocks from the lake, I guess I don't know where else you'd get them from. It seems like everything comes out of a factory nowadays, but they go...
No, it was out of a lake.
Yeah.
Well, in the video, it showed us.
Yeah, we did watch a really great video about the Winter Carnival before we had the tournament starting tonight. We're going to play it at the end of tonight, too. So if you missed it, stay tuned to Pilot TV. We're going to play it. Again, it's a great video, and I think you'll find it really interesting. So we're going to play that after Wipeout Blackout, which is happening at 8:25 tonight. And we've got another big game coming up right after this one, the 56-ball game. Where are we at on prizes for that one?
It is going to be starting at $28,400.
Yep, so it's probably going to be $33,000, $34,000 by the time all is said and done. Big jackpot. We didn't even do any shout-outs tonight.
I got some shout-outs. I do.
Did you say
All
them?
right. No.
Oh,
I've got them. I'm going to say them right now.
Well, sometimes I kind of forget what's happening.
I
up
know.
here,
There's
and
a lot going on.
Yeah.
So let's give a shout-out to Blaine VFW, Herbie's Bar and Grill, Dorothy, Sonia, Gary, Miles, Tammy, Jana, Tom, Louise, Nancy, and that's not it, William, Terry, Wanda, Brent, Heather, Val, David, Steven, and Shenanigans, and on the crunchy side.
Yep.
So
everybody checking in tonight. Big list of people. Nice to see you all out there. Did we get anybody on the Facebook video? Did we heard anybody?
That's what
I
wrote them down.
Oh, you wrote them down. Okay, oh, great. some players out there doing good. Oh, there's G Wiz in second. Bugsy in first place. Tony 69 in ninth place, was in eighth place, I think, last time we played this one. But Bugsy at Sue's penalty box up in first place, 15,475 points. We should see those losers show up anytime now. There's Aaron's in second place, Mad Dog in third place at Cowboy Jacks, and G Wiz in fourth place. We're going to head back to the Winter Carnival after this game, and then we will be back for the 56 ball.
Yep.
So much stuff happening tonight. Super exciting. There's Aaron's back in first place. There we go. Now showing, oh no, now showing top player in the state. Not doing too good in this one. 5,800 points. I don't even know if that's going to be good enough to stay in the lowest place there. That's actually a decent amount of points, but
we'll see
he's
what
just
happens.
done early. Yeah. We're keeping our fingers crossed for you now, showing to see if you can get some of that money, because that is not a whole lot of points. But every point counts for PGL Season 3. We've got the Pilot Cup on its way to St. James. Louis' name is engraved in it for the winner of Season 2. Beef won Season 1. There we go. MN 1234, Blue Line Sports Bar, 139th. J Ray in 119th, now showing in 114th. Yeah, sorry, no now showing. I don't think you're going to be in the money tonight.
Man.
But you're on the leaderboard
That's
for
right.
a little bit. No such thing as bad press. G Wiz in fourth place. 4.5 minutes to go. Yuma Bond in sixth place. Tony 69 in seventh. Carrie in eighth. And Super Jen in ninth place. And man, 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding on to that worst position there with 51.90. That's probably going to be good enough to get some money tonight. Sometimes we get some players in the 4,000s, but low fives, pretty good. Mad Dog at Cowboy Jacks now in third place. 4 minutes to go. Now showing placed 10th last time we played this one in November. Didn't carry that luck into this one. But that's all right. You can have bad luck in this one as long as you bring the good luck to the 56 ball coverall. Beaver in 65th place, one of our top players from last season and season 1, I think, as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we have an all-time points leader. I don't know if we've kept track of that.
That might be interesting to figure out, though.
Crunch some of those numbers and see where we're at, but yeah.
I like that idea.
Just to see for fun. Aaron's in first place at the Best Western, Kellyanne. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding on to that last place, Hairlip at Old Northrop Bar, 178. J Ray, 177th, and now showing in 176th. Well, now showing, holding on to some money there. Got to get in the worst 5. Details. Howie's Corner Bar in second. Elsie's 1, back on the board again. And Bugsy down to 4th place. Carrie in 9th. Tony, 69 in 8th. Mean Joe, 124 in 7th place. Mad Dog now in 6th at Cowboy Jacks. But Aaron's holding on to that lead there, 18,280 points. Not bad. 2.5 minutes to go. A lot of players finishing up all of their plays. Looking at those little progress bars. We still got quite a few players with some plays left. How you feeling for the 56 ball game? Not going to go out tonight?
I don't know. I feel like it should.
Okay.
I feel like it's time.
Yeah. We will see what
happens.
happens.
But I don't know.
2 minutes to go. 2-minute warning. If you have not finished all your plays, make sure you are pounding that play button. To be eligible for those big loser prizes, you got to make sure you finish all 45 of your plays. Details in second. Elsie's 1 now in 3rd place. Bugsy in 4th. G Wiz at Howie's Corner Bar in 5th place with 16,460 points. Coming up to 90 seconds to go in this game. Mean Joe 124. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, 190. I don't know. I'm shouting out all kinds of numbers here. It's getting late for me. I feel like I've been. Oh, there's Heisenberg.
If you stop talking, I'm just going to assume you're asleep.
Heisenberg in 198th place, 41.90. That is really bad. I don't know if you tried if you could get less points than that. Because I don't think we've ever seen anybody in 3,000. Maybe we did see one person in 3,000.
Maybe, yeah.
But 4,100 points is terrible. But good job. Good
This
job
is
for
the game
being
to
so
do that
bad.
in.
Less than a minute to go. We will wrap this thing up and head back to the Winter Carnival. Looks like Aaron's is going to take this one.
Why is your button all the way down there like that?
Oh, I don't know. My shirt's all messed up.
Something's messed up.
I don't often wear buttons. 30 seconds to go. Maybe I need a mirror or something like that before I come on set.
It's just funny that I just noticed it.
Gee whiz in 6th place. Nixon, 5th place.
Yep.
In the state, 99th in this game. But Heisenberg at Bourne's Bar, 198th place. Terrible, terrible. But that's all right. You are in the money, Heisenberg. Congratulations. 4 seconds to go. And looks like we are going to wrap this one up. And we'll see what happens here. In any second now, we will announce the big winner. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. All right. There we go. There's our big winner. All right, we are going to transition over there back to the Winter Carnival.
From Rice Park, and we're here with quite a crew. And we're really excited that we've got the guys that are responsible for the construction of the Ice Palace. And because there's so many of you guys, why don't you introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about how this thing got built. So go ahead.
My name is Jeff Carlson. I am the president and CEO of Park Construction.
My name is Jim Watsky. I'm the project manager on the Ice Palace.
My name is Mike Goodnick. I'm the general superintendent of the Ice Palace.
And my name is Joe Gallagher. I'm the project manager from the St. Paul Winter Carnival side of the Ice Palace. And I'm actually born and raised in St. Paul, about a mile away from the Ice Palace. And my mother was Queen of the Snows in 1957. And I was a junior royalty prime minister of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. And 2 years ago, I was the North Wind Prince of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. So when the opportunity came to help out with the Ice Palace project, I was honored to jump in, and just a pleasure to be introduced to these park folks on my left here, and a joy to watch them oversee the building of the 2018 Ecolab Ice Palace.
You know what? Were you involved with Park Construction, involved with the entire project from harvesting the ice, or how did? So when did your role start? You were obviously, it's a 3-year planning cycle. You were involved with project planning, integral. Tell us a little bit about the process from your point of view, and what made you want to become involved with this crazy project?
Well, first of all, we were approached by the St. Paul Winter Carnival back in January of 17.
Okay.
And at that time, the Winter Carnival was shooting for a much larger winter ice palace. I think they were trying to go for a winter world record.
Wow. Okay.
So that's when we started our planning. They had some conceptual drawings done by the Cunningham Group, and I engaged my team, Jim Mutsky and Mike Gutnick, and we started designing and estimating the cost to do so.
Sure.
In the meantime, St. Paul Winter Carnival went out on their feet and knocked door to door and tried to get some donations to build this huge ice palace. Well, that didn't come to fruition.
Sure.
So we had to go to Plan B.
Yeah.
And that was at the last minute.
Though this is very impressive, guys. I mean, it's spectacular.
Yeah, it is spectacular. We're very proud of it. When they asked us, I said, "An ice palace, huh?" Well, we move dirt. We pour concrete. We put asphalt down. We wreck things. But building an ice palace, we've never done that before.
Right.
So, again, I handed it off to my team, Jim Wutzke, and he can tell you some more on how they actually, the process of going through building it.
Yeah. So Jim, what's it like? It's got to be really interesting to do something like this.
It's like trying to put a puzzle together blindfolded.
Okay.
Well, you have when we started, it was a year ago, and the plan kept changing, and then that one got scrapped in September or October.
Oh.
And this one came to light the early part of December. The final drawing, we had the announcement on whatever day it was in December, and the final drawings were not done until about 4 days ago.
Okay.
So it was constantly in flux. We've had about 2 weeks to put it together. We started on the process with cutting ice on January. When did you start, Mike? January 5th? January 2nd. We started. Mike took his team out to Green Lake and Spicer, and the wind chill was 40 below.
Yeah, that was a nice warm stretch we were having.
Yeah, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Well, we went out there, and the people of Green Lake and Spicer have been excellent. They treated us with welcome hands and offered us things. They brought us donuts from locals, and it was just great to be a part of that. And We Cut was fabulous to work with. They were the ones that cut the ice for us.
Okay.
And they're from that local area.
Which is important, right?
Right. And they do all other cuttings for other festivals, so that's why we had to go there for ours this year. And we started cutting. It took us 3 days to cut 2,000 blocks, and we started bringing them to the store. And they float them up a channel, and then we put them on pallets and get them ready to truck to the cities.
So when you see them on pallets around here, that's how they come off. Once they float off the lake, you put them on pallets, put them on a truck, and
yes, we shipped about 57 loads here from there, averaging about 70 to 78 blocks a load.
I bet that got a lot of looks on 35 when they're coming down here, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And so you unload it, and then you have blueprints or plans or
once the blocks are unloaded, they're sized.
The puzzle parts here
to make them uniform in size. We had a lot of 22-inch blocks and a lot of 18-inch blocks. So we decided to make 17.5-inch blocks, and that's what most of the tower is built out of. The two central towers are actually the last tower in the central. We ran out of the 22-inch blocks, so we were working with ice that was thinner, so we dropped it down to 15 inches. But we had a saw that every block was run through the saw before it was moved to the picking station and hoisted up into the structure.
And tonight you're having a special event honoring your union workers and the people who participated in this. Everybody's got to be really proud to be associated with something historic like this, right?
We're very proud of our people.
Yeah. And you're going to be leading the parade. The Moonglow Parade is the workers, union workers are going to be the kind of honorees for being out here in the cold and snow. And any complaints from the guys?
Not a one.
Not a one. That's great. They're all happy to be here, right?
40 below. They're taking ice out of the lake.
Oh, I can only imagine.
The block layers. Yesterday was it? Just the snowstorm. 12 hours.
Yeah.
In the baskets on top of this thing in the wind.
Can hardly imagine.
They came down at 6:30 last night, and they were soaked through to the skin, cold to the bone, and they weren't ready to quit.
Yeah.
We just said, guys, it's enough. We'll finish tomorrow.
Yeah. And we got about a minute and a half left. Tell us a little bit about the production aspect.
So now my job actually starts. We've been contacted from media around the world, Japan, and all over. And what we'll start doing is we'll start organizing media days at the Ice Palace. We'll have some VIPs coming in. And then the most important part is the children. To see children come visit it, stand outside the fence, it's absolutely second to none. So the greatest part is going to be able to see them walk the grounds. We light it on Thursday. The park construction and the union lights it, and we're open until February 10th, and it's free to the public. We have Metro Transit buses. We have the Green Line. Come on down to Rice Park. Visit us here. Get a great price. It's free.
It's free, and there's live music venues. There's an ice bar. There'll be ice sculptures throughout the park. It's beautiful. guys from Park, and really, I mean, thanks so much for everything you've done to bring this community asset to life, and thanks for being with us here tonight.
Congratulations on a job well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Under very trying circumstances,
It was our
no
pleasure
less.
to be part of it.
Yeah,
it's
an honor.
Great. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great. Thanks. Thank you.
All right. Come on. And hello, everybody. We are back. And we are ready for the main event here. Wow, that stuff is so cool.
So cool.
It's amazing that people, I mean, people have to build that stuff, but to actually see them there and to see some of those photos of them.
And get to hear about it. Like,
get to hear
how
about
it all
it.
comes together.
Wow, that is so crazy. Do you remember in my Toastmasters, I had to help that guy with his video, Tom Cully, the Iceman. He used to be an ice harvester in Truckee.
Yeah, Truckee,
California. And that was amazing. So this was very similar.
Yeah.
And I somehow have broken my microphone, but that's okay.
Oh, I still hear you.
Main event. I missed the little ball.
Oh, yeah.
Main event coming up here, 56 ball game, 233 players, just shy of $35,000 up for grabs. And let's see what we can do with that. We are ready to go. And let's do it. Why not? And let's get back. Any second now. There we go. And we will see our prizes coming up here as soon as we wait for everybody to hit that play button. Make sure you hit that play button if you're sitting there. Got a few seconds to do that. And then we will get this game going. 56 ball game, just shy of $35,000. Here we go. There's our number.
All
7.
right.
There we go.
I-25, duck and dive.
I'm not going to worry about this little ball thing on my microphone.
It still sounds okay.
Okay, good.
If that helps. And 31, get up and run.
630 cards, 3 balls away. Oh my gosh. Look at those prizes. 747 for the line, 747 for the M, and 33 for the coverall.
B8, Garden Gate.
$33,265 for that coverall prize. If somebody can win it within 56 balls, that is the key.
N36, 3 dozen.
105 cards, 2 balls away.
I-17, Dancing Queen.
119, 2 balls away. Look at all those players, 2 balls away. And remember, after this game, hopefully we'll award a big prize.
Yes. G52, Danny LaRue.
And then we're headed back to the Winter Carnival, and then we're going to come back here and warm up a little bit with Wipeout at 8:25.
N39, Steps.
14 cards, 1 ball away.
G54, Clean the Floor.
Let me give us a little more music. What do you think?
Yeah.
Was that
Crank
Reagan?
it up.
Yeah.
Crank it up. Why not? O74, Candy Store.
21 cards, 1 ball away.
N40, Naughty 40.
61 cards, 1 ball away.
O66, Clickety Click.
70 cards, 1 ball away. I think we're having the royal family night.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There we
All
go.
right.
Bingo. Ooh.
Bar Maker.
Bingo. Bar Maker at Neptune's $747 jackpot. Congratulations, Bar Maker. And now we're going on. Remember, ball 56 is the magic number. We're trying to see if somebody can win this coverall. $33,000 within ball 56. Ball 56 does count.
G57, Heinz Varieties.
Ball 14 coming down, looking for a large M winner. $747 up for grabs.
I16, Sweet 16.
4 cards, 7 balls away.
G46, Up to Tricks.
$33,000. That is awesome.
B15, Young and Keen.
4 cards, 6 balls away from this large M pattern.
I22, Two Little Ducks. quack, quack.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Gosh,
you don't have
so
to be
much going on.
sorry.
I have to do it. I have to be sorry. I have to be on those sound effects.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I
all right, fine.
26. I can do my own.
I'm turning it off.
Pick and mix. I got this.
Button is off.
61. Baker's Bun.
11 cards, 6 balls away.
B6. Tom Mix.
2 cards, 5 balls away. Bugsy and Big Dog. 5 balls away. Bugsy at Sue's Penalty Box. Big Dog at Landy Lounge.
G53. Stuck in a tree.
Bugsy, Joni, Big Dog now 5 balls away from this large M pattern. $747. Ball 22.
63. Tickle Me 63.
9 cards, 5 balls away. Oh, there's Poop.
Oh.
Too much going on. I'm not going to put on my rally hat. Sorry, Poop.
30. Dirty Gertie.
Save it for next week.
Yeah, the royal family is here. It doesn't seem appropriate.
Yeah, really.
G56. Was she worth it?
Probably cut our wire. Like, out of this thing will be associated with this.
Right. B5. Man Alive.
2 cards, 4 balls away now from this large M pattern. $747 up for grabs. That's a big jackpot. One person hits it.
G48. 4 dozen.
3 amigos, 4 balls away.
73. Queen Bee.
I thought you were going to say Queen Me.
Queen Me.
All right.
69. Either way up.
We are halfway to ball 56. Let's see if somebody can hit that coverall. $33,265.
G59. Brighton Line.
1 card, 3 balls away. Now the Junk Man at Clearwater Legion, 3 balls away.
N38. Christmas Cake.
Ball 31 about to drop.
G58. Make them wait. Oh, sorry. I got really excited.
Junkman still 3 balls away from this large M pattern. $747.
I-23. Thee and Me.
2 cards, 3 balls away now. The Junkman and Cherry, Minnesota. 3 balls away.
G47. 4 and 7.
There's Poop. 4 balls away.
67. Made in Heaven.
3 balls away. Bugsy, Junkman, 3 amigos, TDDG, Tessa, Cherry, Minnesota, and Elsie's 2. All 3 balls away.
B14. Valentine's Day.
3 cards, 2 balls away now. Junkman, Tessa, and Cherry, Minnesota.
I-20. 1 score.
All right, we are on ball 37. We are 19 balls away from ball 56.
And 45. Halfway there.
Can we award this on ball 56 or before? We will find out. 18 balls to go. Ooh.
I-18. Coming of age. You do that. That happens a lot.
I don't know how that happens. Junkman Tessa, 1 ball away from the large M pattern, 747 up for grabs.
B11, legs 11.
Ball 40 coming down. Do we have a winner? Ball 40, large M. No winner.
N41, time for fun.
How about ball 41?
Wow.
Nope.
N34, ask for more.
Junkman and Tessa, still 1 ball away.
N42, Winnie the Pooh.
Ball 42 and 42. Junkman and Tessa still 1 ball away from this large M pattern, $747. Is it ball 43?
G49, Beer Stein.
Still trying to give away $747. Not going to do it on ball 40. Oh, look at that.
N44, Droopy Drawers.
I'm just
Woo! B12, 1 dozen.
Junkman, TDDG, and Tessa, 1 ball away.
B1, Kelly's Eye.
10 balls away from 56, and 5 cards, 1 ball away from the large M.
G50, a century.
Remember, we are going to play Wipeout Blackout at 8:25, so we're going to take a little bit of a break, but we're going to go back live to the Winter Carnival.
I-24, 2 dozen.
Hopefully we'll be cheering for somebody
Right?
winning that coverall. We are 8 balls away.
G51, tweak of the thumb.
Ball 50 coming down.
N32, buckle my
Still
shoe.
no large M winner. AJ68, Junkman, Janice 2109, TDGG, Tessa, Cherry, Minnesota. All 1 ball away. Are we going to do it this time? Ball 51, here we go. There we go. Cherry, Minnesota. And that's it. Wow, we had a lot of people lined up to win that one. And now let's go after that coverall. 5 balls to go. Junkman already 2 balls away.
Oh, 65, old age
There's
pension.
Spinner 50, 3 balls away from that coverall. Spinner 50, good friend of ours.
Yeah.
We met at PyCon.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, 68, saving grace.
We are 3 balls away. Let's see if we can do it. This coverall and 3 balls. We've got lots of players 2 balls away right now.
Oh, 64, red raw.
Here we go. 2 more tries. Ball 55 about to drop. Still nobody 1 ball away yet.
I-21, key of the door.
Not going to do it. We've got only players 2 balls away, and we are on ball 55. Not going to hit that thing tonight. That's right. It'll carry over next week. Still a nice prize.
Yep.
$1,800.
B7, lucky 7.
We're going to carry this over to next week. Be even bigger.
That's right.
All right, Spinner 50, Pedo 2, Barb 22, 1 ball away. Ball 57 coming down. Is this the winner? Coverall, no winner.
No winner. I-19, goodbye teens.
Lots of players, 1 ball away now. Spinner 50, Jay Dizzle. There we go.
All right.
Barb 22 and Spinner 50.
Right.
2 players splitting that. That's over $900 a piece. Congratulations to them. Big winners out there. And, yeah, great job, everybody. Big wins. And good to see everybody out there. Let's try to bring up their audio. We're going to go back to the Winter Carnival. And there we go. We are back.
So we're going to end the night with a bang here. We've really had a great time. I can't let you guys know. I can't express how much fun we've had. And we're joined here, with the Royal Court of the Winter Carnival. And it's really a true honor for us to be here and have these folks show up and spend some time with us to wrap the show tonight. So we're going to have everybody introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about the characters that they're playing.
I'm Tim Simplot. I'm the Prime Minister. I'm basically the Chief of Staff.
My name is Kristen Oster. I'm sponsored by Dunham's in West St. Paul, and I am Klondike Kate 2017, the Mistress of Fun and Frivolity for the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
I am your Captain of the Guard, Chris Cruz, sponsored by the Royal House of FFP Wealth Management.
Kingsguard Romeo Perez, sponsored by Bungalow Inn of Lakeland, protector of the realm of Boreas.
Sam Rand, Kingsguard, sponsors are LCS and Mama D's Castle Tap.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Paterka. I am Prince of the North, and I'm Titan 58 from the Royal House of Hamnick's Decorating.
Good evening. My name is JoJo Smith, and I am sponsored by Vocal Essence. I am the Princess of Snowflakes and Cold.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Laughlin. I am the Prince of the East Wind. I'm the mischievous, irresponsible one, and I am sponsored by Donald's Uniform.
Good evening. My name is Jory Lexon, sponsored by the Royal House of Quality Refrigeration. I am the dependable West Wind, which is the cowboy.
Yeehaw! My name is Molly Ruther. I'm the 2017 West Wind Princess from the Royal House of River Run Team Remax Results, and I'm this guy's counterpart.
Hello, my name is Steve Ploss. I'm the 2017 Southwind Prince. Ole, everybody. Basically, my role is to go ahead and bring a warm, balmy air. Warm, balmy weather. Here you go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elena Hammond. I'm sponsored by the Royal House of the Rice Street Festival, and I'm the sassy Southwind Princess. Ole, baby.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay Sandoval, and I am sponsored by Amber Graves with Coldwell Banker Burnett, and I am a Royal Queen of the Snows.
Hello, everyone. I'm King Boreas of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, Jason Bradshaw, sponsored by Bradshaw Celebration of Life. And my role this year is leader of this family, and we've had an absolutely terrific year. So we're just closing in on 3 days left, and we've had an absolutely amazing time representing the city of St. Paul. So it's been phenomenal.
No, and you guys are great representatives of the city and great ambassadors for the Winter Festival and Winter Carnival. Like you said, your reign is coming to a close in a few days. There's going to be a coronation with the new court. So what's it like? It's got to be like an experience of a lifetime, and you make friendships with your fellow court members. What's been your favorite part?
Well, I'll start off by saying it's been a phenomenal year. We've made around 400 appearances all the way from Winnipeg, Canada to Bradenton, Florida. We visited all sorts of schools, nursing homes, hospitals, businesses all across the Twin Cities. And really what we are is ambassadors for the city. And it has just been spectacular being out, being with the people. I would have to say between the hospital and the nursing home visits, it's just been unbelievable. You can have some people that are just having an absolutely miserable day. And when you can bring a smile to their face, there's just nothing better. So it's been an absolutely amazing time this year.
That's great. Anyone else want to throw anything in, or?
I think one of my favorite things this year has just been the parades that we've gotten to do throughout the state of Minnesota, and then, like Jason said, Canada and Florida, and just seeing those kids and making such an impact. Really letting them know that fairy tales are real, and that they can grow up to be whatever they want to be, and just to always follow their dreams. That's just been such an amazing and inspiring thing to do.
Well, you're kind of ending your reign on a real strong note for winter, right? It's nice and cold out here. Did you want to add anything in?
Actually, if that's okay,
absolutely.
Earlier tonight we had the opportunity to visit the 1968 royal family for the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Our festival is one of the oldest in the United States, and to realize the impact that we have, that we're a part of something that big. I wear a button on my sash from 1991. No Toast, Kevin Leary, who passed away just a couple years after he was No Toast in 1991, which is our Southwind Prince. Turns out that my grandchildren, this is their uncle, their great uncle. And I didn't know that until this year when I won my sash for Klondike Kate. Wow. Winter Carnival really truly brings everyone in St. Paul together, regardless of your age, where you're from, your background, your ancestry. It's something easy for everybody to get behind this silly little legend and just be a part of something fun.
Yeah, please.
I'd like to say also that not only have we bonded with each other, we've also bonded with our counterparts, our nemesis, the Vulcan crew.
I don't think they would agree with that.
Well, we've become friends, and it's been a good year together.
Right. And so everybody knows you for your role in Winter Carnival, but there's other things that St. Paul Festival and Heritage does. They have Cinco de Mayo, and do you guys participate in other events all year round, or the parades, or tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. I've been the chair for the last 3 years of Cinco de Mayo. Wonderful celebration, first week in May, and basically it's put on by volunteers, about 18 coordinators. We all come together starting in December and really put a game plan together to put a great celebration on St. Paul's west side, and we just do a great job. We have about 40,000 people turn out and partake in our event. Food, fun, festivities, events for children, older adults, and so on. We have a 5K fun run, and so I invite everybody out first weekend in May, and it's just a great time. And again, as you mentioned, the St. Paul Festival is behind that in a big way, and they just do a phenomenal job. So
how about a big ole, No Toast?
Am I going to be too loud?
You might want to handle.
Yay!
That's really good. And so we had no lay. We also understand that there's might be some songs that are associated with the Winter
Well, since
Carnival.
we have the princesses in Klondike Kate here, it's usually appropriate that we might have a little bit of song and merriment.
Could we do that? Did you mind?
Only for you, Bori.
See, I'm going to miss that after 3 days.
I know. He did build us this little love nest behind us. Sorry, Aurora.
It's very suited to you.
It's Winter Carnival. Come on, get happy. The time to celebrate is now. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. This Kate is here to show you how. The Vulcan crew is getting ready to start melting the snow away. King Boreas and his family will do their best to make it stay. We're headed for a good time, so won't you come along? The fun and the frolic will last from dusk till dawn. It's Winter Carnival, come on, get happy. The time to celebrate is now. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. The Kate is here to show you how. I said the Kate is here to show you how.
That's great.
You know, these guys are a lot. They're kind of introverted. You can tell.
Very shy.
Yeah, very shy. It's a very shy group. Do we have any other side? But that was phenomenal.
Yes.
Thanks, Klondike Cake. Thank you very much.
Actually, my Wincesses and my Queen taught me a song. If they would sing it with me, I would really love it. It's.
Do we have time for one more?
The carnival song. The candidates had to learn before they were selected as the Queen of the Snows or one of the Wind Princesses.
Okay.
So they learned this song before they were even selected and had to go out and perform it dozens of times. And typically they don't ever sing it again once they've been crowned.
Okay.
But we're going to do it now, right?
Good. One more time. One more time.
Carnival, come to the St. Paul Winter Carnival. King Boreas will bring the ice and snow. Don't you know? Windy brothers are best, blowing north, south, east, and west. Carnival, our queen and princesses will shine like stars at night, reigning in grace and might with royal guards to fight for our winter carnival. Carnival, we love our St. Paul Winter Carnival. Volcanist Rex will bring the fire and heat to the street. Flames and torches blazing, royals are in for hazing carnival. With Klondike Kate we'll have a song and merriment. The crew will burn and flame, then play a lively game. Don't miss our winter carnival.
Well,
I tell you what, Lawrence Welk doesn't have anything on them.
I don't know how we could even top that. You know, Winter Carnival starts in a couple days, runs through the beginning of February. You guys got to come on down here. Come on down to St. Paul. Come on out to Race Park. Go to the parades. Go to the Vulcan Snow Park. Just enjoy being a big part of what this city and community is all about. And thank you for being a big part of what St. Paul is all about. Thank you very much. Great.
1, 2, 3.
Hail Boreas! Hail Boreas! Hail Boreas! Hail the Queen! Thank you very much. And Tony, on that note, we're back to you.
Oh, that was great. Wow, that looks like
Oh my
so much
gosh.
fun. They're having so much fun out there, and we're having fun watching too. We'll say hi to you guys, and we'll wish everybody good luck in the Wipeout game, and have lots of fun the next couple of weeks. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
All right.
That was
Wow,
so
that
cool.
is so cool. That was awesome. I mean, they're having so much
I
fun
wanna
out
be
there.
there.
I know, I do too. I want to be a part of it. This whole thing is just great.
Yeah,
All
it really is.
Everybody we talked to tonight, and the royal family, and wow, just amazing. The construction of that ice palace, and the entry on a fire truck coming in on the truck with the Vulcans. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
What a night. And we're not done yet here. We've got 2 minutes to go, and we're going to play Wipeout Blackout. Brand new game from last week. We brought it back just for one game. This is a fast one. This is going to be over in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, so get ready.
Get ready. Let's see if we can give some money out. A lot of prizes up there already, $5,300. Remember, this one has 3 different progressives. We've got a progressive on the line win, starting at $250, a progressive on the the large frame, $750, and a $2,500 progressive on the coverall if you hit it within 55 balls. We're still waving to people back at the at the Winter Carnival. So we got about 90 seconds to go. We will get this thing going and see where we end up. But what a night. Wow, we have done so much tonight.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
It has been really cool. Just a lot of amazing things happening. And yeah, it's been great. Started out with a great video about the Winter Carnival, and we're gonna play that again. So if you missed it, just stick around. We're gonna play it again as we wrap it up here after this game. And it's a great video, and you learn so much about the organizations involved with the Winter Carnival. Just a great video here. 60 seconds to go. Just shy of $5,400. 202 players enrolled. And we are going to have Wipeout, Blackout. Oh, you know what? I
don't know.
I didn't queue up our Wipeout music.
That's okay.
Let's see.
As long as we have the well, you got 30 seconds.
I do have
the
30
game
seconds.
Starts, so
let's see. You know what? We're just not going to do it tonight. What do you think? I can do it.
Whatever you think. You're
thinking hard.
Your time is running low.
I know. Like to live life on the edge.
I noticed.
And
20 seconds.
20 seconds, no problem. Let's see. There we go.
10 seconds.
All right, no problem. We're ready.
All right, let's do this. Got 1 second.
All right, no, we're good.
All right.
It's going to work. And we're ready to go. All right,
Yep.
Let's go over. Let's go to screen number 6. And just do a quick check here. Go. There we go. And as soon as those balls start to go, I'm going to hit the play button on this music. And, oh, that needs to be plugged in.
Huh?
Missing a wire here. Oh, we're going.
All right. There we go. All right, we have our first winner.
Already? Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow,
Whoa,
bunch of winners right away.
Big Dog. Travelers. A lot of winners. On
Yeah,
that.
wow.
Rodman. Barb.
Here we are,
Oh
looking
my
for that
goodness, so many.
large frame. $1,356. Justin, 7 balls away. Justin, 5 balls away now. Let's see if anybody else will join Justin at 5 balls away. There we go. Clyder now 5 balls away at Main Street Sports Bar. And 3 balls away. Gee Whiz and Justin 3 balls away now. This game is flying. Rodman, Dennis Rodman, won the line win. After this, we will check in with Tristan and Mason, get a rundown of everything that's happened tonight. Gee Whiz now 2 balls away. There we go. Winner there. Autos at Mills Lounge in Dilworth. Oh, that's a that was a jackpot. That small frame hit. Congratulations. For a winner on ball 55, ball 53, we got players 2 balls away now. Here we go, 1 ball away. Oh, not hitting that progressive tonight, $216. Let's see, when is this one going to end? There we go.
All right.
Justin picking it up there, but that one's going to carry over to the next time that we play it. But congratulations, I think Otto's got a pretty decent win on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
It reset down, but I don't think it was supposed to do that. I think that was a big win. So congratulations to all those winners. That was really fun. Let's see here. I'm going to pause this one and bring our other one up. So let's see. How are we doing back there, Tristan and Mason? You guys going to be too busy for a wrap-up? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna we're gonna see Tristan and Mason next week.
Yeah, I think we have so much going on.
We did have
tonight.
so much going on today. Autos was definitely a jackpot, and so
Yeah.
they're gonna get that all straightened out. And wow, what a night!
Yeah,
I mean,
it was really cool.
It was going back and forth and seeing all the great people out there, the different organizations, and wow, what an absolutely great night. So we're gonna wrap things up tonight. We're gonna play that video one more time, so stick around if you didn't see it earlier tonight. It's an amazing video. It's not that long. I mean, it's the right length. It's about 7 minutes, so if you got 7 minutes to spare, watch it. You will really enjoy it. We're going to get it up on YouTube and all that stuff as well. But what a great night. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Thanks for everybody at the Winter Carnival for doing what they do, because it's amazing.
Yeah.
And what do you have anything else you want to say before we officially sign off?
Just thank you again to everyone who was a part of like the broadcast and everything. It's really cool. And thank you to all of our players and winners tonight. And remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Our charity is the St. Paul Festival and Heritage Foundation. We are the proud producers of the St. Paul Winter Carnival and Cinco de Mayo West Side. Our charity has been in existence since 1886. This is our 133rd year, and it was started way back then by James J. Hill and some of the other founding fathers of St. Paul in response to a report from a New York Times reporter who went back to New York and wrote that St. Paul was another Siberia unfit for human habitation in the winter. And they said, "You want to bet?" And they started the Winter Carnival.
The Winter Carnival is all about celebrating winter, so what a great opportunity to get your family outside, bundle up the kids, be a part of the parade. All of the parades are amazing. I can't believe the number of people that come out and line the streets in St. Paul to be a part of that. It's just absolutely phenomenal.
We have a ton of things going on. It starts on January 25th with our Moonglow Parade. This year we have an ice palace, so the Moonglow Parade is going to be led by our union laborers who are building the ice palace. And then we also have music in the park throughout the entire 17-day festival. We've got Family Fun Night, we've got Cinco de Mayo night, we have Kids Day, we have Family Day, we have an education program, so we bring in, a couple hundred students from here in St. Paul and teach them about the St. Paul Winter Carnival. We have a Ladies' Day this year, so those ladies who don't want to watch the Super Bowl can come and play purse bingo and do all kinds of other things. And just a ton of events. I mean, you name it, we got it. It's like the best thing ever.
Well, the legend goes back to the 7 hills of St. Paul, formed a perfect spot for Boreas, the king of ice and snow, to have winter year-round and enjoy a playground of winter. And not everybody agreed with that, so Volcanus Rex and his crew said that we're going to dethrone King Boreas and bring spring and summer back to Minnesota. And that's how the Vulcan Boreas tradition came about, where the Vulcans are mystery men, and today they still ride around in a outside fire truck, a 1927 Laverne. You never know where they're going to show up and when they're going to show up. And it's all to encourage people to have fun and to join in the spirit of the carnival.
In 2010, I applied to become a Vulcan and was chosen as Grand Duke Fertilius. That first year being a Vulcan, when you're all of a sudden you're thrown into a room with 8 guys that you don't know, and you're literally staying together for 10 days, and you're up at 5 in the morning and you're on an ice cold fire truck at 10 below, and you're going down the road, and those are the memories that you just never forget. It's the bonding that you have with your crew, and that's, I think, the thing that I love about Carnival the most. You just don't forget your family or your Vulcan crew.
I was a Vulcan in 1984, and I've been involved ever since in one role or another. Exciting times for me were when you visit schools and nursing homes and hospitals to see the cheer you bring.
I started with the Winter Carnival in 2005. My husband was the Prince of the Southwind for the Winter Carnival Royal Family. I joined the board that year and have been on the board for the most part ever since. And the best part about being involved in the Winter Carnival is just seeing the smiles on people's faces in the dead of winter when, there's not a lot to do. Seeing them come out and enjoy it, and just seeing those smiles is the best reward you can have for being involved.
The royal family, which is Ice and Snow, and the Vulcans, they're all on their own dime. They all pay their own way. They don't get supported by anyone unless they get a sponsor. And that's rare on the Vulcan side. It's more common, I think, with the royal family, where they may have a sponsor to assist in some of the expenses, and it can get very spendy.
And I think in addition to the money that they spend on it, these people are dedicating a year of their life to do this. I mean, the royal family makes over 300 appearances every year. And these people become their family. I look back at our 2005, and that royal family is, they're some of our best friends. And not only that, but their love of Winter Carnival and the city of St. Paul and the community that's why these people get involved. It's people who love and love their communities and want to give back. That's why they do it. So the first Ice Palace was built in 1886. And the one that we're working on right now is the 36th Ice Palace that's been built. Typically, we build an Ice Palace when there's something big going on in town. So, obviously this year we have the Super Bowl. So 2004's Ice Palace coincided with the NHL All-Star Game. Before that, it was another Super Bowl in 1992. So typically try to align it with something that's going to be really big that's going on in town, because it takes a lot of money and a lot of work to put together an Ice Palace.
Charitable gambling is important to the organization. It provides $40,000 to $45,000 a year to conduct our activities, especially during the off months.
We originally signed up for pull tabs with the Heritage Foundation, and then when they came out with the electronic, that's where I became very excited. I thought that was mini Vegas right here in my bar, because you're playing some pretty fun games. And it's such a no-brainer. First of all, it's pretty simple. You have a bartender that takes money, puts it in what they want to play, and then they play. It's good for the customer. I mean, it's entertainment, and I've paid out a lot of big winners. It's whether you're pulling a paper tab or you're doing electronic, there's an opportunity there for them to make money. There is financial benefit to the restaurant/bar for doing it. And you guys do a phenomenal job with making sure my games are up to date, making sure my equipment is right. Why you wouldn't do it makes no sense. It goes to a good cause. For me, it was just there was a no-brainer going with the St. Paul Heritage Festival Foundation, because I know where their money's gonna go. I know that it's going back for a great cause. I use the money that I receive from rent in order to provide sponsorships. Last year I sponsored one of the Queen of the Snow candidates. The year before that I sponsored one of the junior royalty. Every year I use that money that I make that goes back to the community that they help us, and I want us to help them. And it's really turned out really, really a great relationship.
So one of the ways that you can get involved from a financial perspective is, you can certainly buy a block. They start at $25. They go on up from there, and you can do that by going to wintercarnival.com. This is a People's Palace, so we encourage you to be a part of this long-standing tradition of the city of St. Paul and donate to the Ice Palace by buying a block. We certainly thank Pilot Games for their generous donation in buying a block, and you have an opportunity to do it as well. And in addition to that, you can certainly volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers. We've got a 17-day festival, and it takes a lot of volunteers. So if you want to get involved, one of the best festivals in the country, and really give back to your community and understand what it's like to serve the city of St. Paul and show your pride in it and have a lot of fun, put smiles on people's faces, then you can also go to the wintercarnival.com website and sign up as a volunteer.
It's all about giving back to the community. You don't do this just because you go, oh, well, this is going to be good for my business, or this is going to be good for that. You do it because of how the carnival itself has continued to build up the characters, to make them all a part. It's phenomenal.
Wear warm gloves.